From border to border, showcasing the best the state of Kansas has to offer. You're watching Cox Kansas 22.
In the Centennial League, there's the 10 teams who play in it, and there's the mighty 7 who call the state's capital their home. Who wins the league within the league is what matters tonight. The battle for T-Town supremacy could hinge on the outcome as the Trojans face the T-Birds on Friday Night Live. The festivities begin next. To our Friday Night Live destination weaves close to the Turnpike, exit and entrance in South Topeka, and on the back roads, eventually to what is an unincorporated community situated along the Kansas River in eastern Shawnee County, as Shawnee Heights High School gets set for tonight's battle between the T-Birds of Shawnee Heights and the Trojans of Topeka High School. And greetings, folks. Alongside Mike Manns, I'm Mark Ewing, and welcome to Just South of Topeka. Tonight we've got a game between two clubs. Topeka High is one of the best teams in the state of Kansas, and we are here tonight because the battles between these two teams have been epic recently.
They really have, and Shawnee Heights, despite being an underdog in tonight game, is not going to roll over, Mark. We know they have a lot of pride here at Shawnee Heights. Coach Jason Swift has them ready. He's got a good passing attack. Let's see if that secondary for Topeka High gets tested tonight.
Well, I can tell you the young ladies behind us are very excited because it's homecoming here, and there's a lot of festivities to talk about. Let's talk about the quarterback situation. We can really set the tone. Topeka High's Alec Beatty is quite an athlete.
Alec Beatty is an athlete. He's a freshman. As a freshman, he was all-city. Just an outstanding athlete. I think three words come to mind: shifty and ankle breaker. Well, you know, about as fast sideways as he goes forward. I'm sure defenders feel like Wile E. Coyote trying to catch the Roadrunner. Let's take a look at a few of his statistics. Beatty averages 11 yards a carry, runs a quarterback draw or read about as good as anybody in Kansas. Above average speed, leads the city in Topeka offense. 3 games, 500 yards passing, 288 yards rushing, leads an offense that averages 54 points a game, and oh, by the way, he's a 4.0 student.
And meanwhile, for Shawnee Heights, a pair of quarterbacks will lead the way, and both quarterbacks are capable of doing different things.
They really are. It's kind of like a K-State type of thing that Coach Swift has going on here. 2 quarterbacks. First of all, number 7 is Cameron Wheatley. He likes to run. Second start of the year last week, he likes to run, but he threw for 272 yards against Junction City. But he's the T-Birds running quarterback, runs the spread offense, and is always a threat to take off running with the ball. Number 2 is Taman Grabaskas. Well, he can air it out. Considered a better passer than Wheatley. Big frame, 6'2", 200 pounds. Started the first 2 games of the season and is their senior leader.
Oh, it's a special night, not only because of the players involved, because of the occasion. Sideline reporter Brian Petrata tells us why.
Well, it is an exciting night, Mark, and the reason why is nothing to do with the weather tonight, although it is gorgeous and the winds of change seem to be coming through. It means fall is here. That also means it's now homecoming season. It is homecoming tonight for Shawnee Heights, and so it's been a fun day all around here at Shawnee Heights. It began with the parade, the float parade, went around the area, ended up back here at the stadium earlier this afternoon. From what I understand, the stadium was full for a gigantic pep rally. What makes this homecoming here so special is the involvement of the parents. The parents actually donated their time and their efforts and their talents to paint the end zones. They painted the logo at the center of the field. They also painted the numbers on the field tonight. So, folks, when you're watching the game tonight, be sure to pay extra special attention to the artwork that is on the field tonight that was all done by volunteers, which makes it really, really impressive. Also, just announced are the homecoming king and queen. I am pleased to announce the homecoming king for Heights is Adrian Figueroa, and the queen is Allie Salmon. So congratulations to those two. Their excitement, they're hoping, bleeds over to the football team tonight.
Our third king
And that sets the stage. There's nothing like a sunset in Shawnee County on another Friday Night Live. It's Topeka High versus Shawnee Heights, and it's on the way next.
Hey Kansas, this is Phil Nightingale, General Manager here at the Big Corner of 119th and West Kellogg, Mel Hamilton Ford. Are you looking for great transportation at a great price? We've got a whole row of cars here starting under $12,000. If you're looking for great dependable transportation, we have 30 cars priced under $12,000. These cars have all been inspected by one of our certified technicians, and we have every make and model available: Honda, Toyota, Nissan. Whatever your desire might be, we've got it. Come out to the Big Corner and take your test drive in your $12,000 car at Mel Hamilton Ford. We're better, we're proving it, and we've done it again.
Celebrate 100 years of the Kansas State Fair with huge savings at your locally Kansas-owned mattress hubs. To celebrate, take instant rebates up to $500 store-wide. Or for a short time, we're continuing our Buy a Bed, Get a Bed event. That's right, Simmons, Serta, Tempur-Pedic, and more. Buy a bed and get a bed free. Or pay no interest for up to 5 years. That's no interest through 2018. Celebrate Kansas all month long at your Kansas-owned mattress hub.
Follow the cheap sheet to the mattress hub.
Just in time before winter hits.
Free installation is back at Renewal by Anderson. Beat the winter cold and call today for a more energy-efficient window with an easy start-to-finish process backed by the Anderson name.
This month, receive free installation, plus a free upgrade to our most energy-efficient glass, plus pay zero down, zero interest, and zero payments for 1 year.
Save like never before.
With free installation from Renewal by Anderson.
Renewal by Anderson. We love our new windows.
Cox is football, and you're looking at football's biggest fan. I sit close to the TV just so I can join the huddle. I know 38 mascots on a first-name basis, and I never miss a touchdown.
Ready for football? Cox has over 700 pro and college games this season, and more games than ever before online and on your mobile device. Just $39.99 for the entire NFL Red Zone season.
I refuse to eat turnovers.
Cox is football! Friday Night Live on Cox Kansas 22 is brought to you by Mel Hamilton Ford, a proud sponsor of high school athletics. Well, the talk of T-Town when it comes to high school football in the state's capital city hasn't always included Topeka High or this team, Shawnee Heights, but recent good play by both programs and their battles between one another on the gridiron have been more than enough to bring Friday Night Live to Tecumseh, where the men of Troy and the home team T-Birds have shown up with dreams of a big season, and both face a critical matchup tonight. On the Topeka High sideline, Coach Walt Alexander, 24 years as a head coach, 8th year at Topeka High. He is 34-32 overall. He's also the head coach at Atchison County, Belleville, Hill City, Ness City, Elk Valley, Westmoreland, and he has built the Topeka High Trojans into potentially a powerhouse in the state of Kansas. Meanwhile, across the sideline, Shawnee Heights head coach is Jason Swift. He's in his 11th year. 17 years of coaching experience. In his first year, Shawnee Heights advanced to the playoffs. It was the T-Birds' first trip to the postseason then since '79. Well, in the last 10 seasons, under Swift's direction, Shawnee Heights has advanced to state in 9 of 10 years, having won their district in 5 of those seasons. And by the way, he was the head coach of the victorious East team in the 2013 Shrine Bowl hosted by Washburn University here in Topeka. Getting set to kick off, Shawnee Heights ended up winning the toss, and they will receive. And Topeka High will kick off as the Centennial League battle in the 4th week of Friday Night Live is about to be underway on a picturesque night for football. 80 degrees is the game temperature under mostly clear skies, 49% humidity, winds from the south and southeast at 14 miles per hour, and there'll be no return on this one. What a great kickoff by the Topeka High kicker was Stefano Pizzino, and Shawnee Heights offense will go to work. Shawnee Heights offensively on the quarterback scenario, Camden Wheatley gets the first nod. He's 6 foot, 165, and he is the junior. Threw for 242 yards in his first start. That makes tonight his second start. He's a good runner with the ball, can certainly take a hit. Started as weak safety, played there tonight. He probably will. Athletic, smart player, plays on the basketball team as well. And he'll get the first turn at quarterback for Shawnee Heights as the T-Birds take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The T-Birds coming in 1 win, 2 losses on the season. Topeka High is 3-0 in the year, and the Gibbs, the fullback, immediately wrapped up by the big guys inside for the defense. Kutina and Nielsen were there. Starters look like this offensively for Shawnee Heights. Haberkamp, Cooper, Tolkas, Tostado, Selk across the front line. Pomeroy's the tight end. Ballantyne, Kennedy, Medor, and Hubert. Those are your skilled players. Topeka High defensively. We're going to take a look at those starters in just a moment. Again, 2nd down and about 9. Ball placed on the 21-yard line for Shawnee Heights. And this is something they didn't want to get into to Shawnee Heights. A 2nd down and long. Pass play. Caught the 26 and brought down there. Nice little pass play. A pickup of about 5 yards as we introduce you to the Topeka High defense with across the front line, McCoy, Caraway, Kutina, Nielsen, Ellsworth, Keys, Tillman. Those are the 2 linebackers. And then Thornton Brooks, Beatty, who's also the starting quarterback. He's a free safety. And Jovan Hall, a very athletic defense 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seniors in that group, 3 sophomores also among the Topeka High defense. It brings up the first 3rd down and an early one for Shawnee Heights. 3rd down and 5. Ball is marked at 25 and settling in on defense. Watch number 24, that's Austin Tillman. The defensive linebacker ball is on the floor and on the ground, and he had to cover back up at the 18. So the 3rd down play and 5, it goes awry as Shawnee Heights puts it on the turf, and the T-Birds are going to have to punt this away. 3 and out here for Shawnee Heights, Mike Mannix.
You know, Mark, we talked to Coach Swift earlier in the week, and he said, we can't get behind. We can't make mistakes. And this team is a young team, and they've been making mistakes. Had a chance to win last week against Junction City, turned the ball over 5 times. You'll not be able to give Topeka High a short field. They'll run it right down your throat.
So 4th down play coming as Shawnee Heights is going to go 3 and out. Nice punt, though. And it looks like there's going to be no return inside the 50, bouncing toward Topeka High territory down to 42. The Trojans did what they wanted to do defensively, forcing Shawnee Heights into a punting situation, and the Trojans come out offensively very quickly. The quarterback, Alec Beatty again, 6 foot, 170-pound junior. And not only is Alec Beatty the starting safety and the quarterback for the Trojans, but he's also a 4.0 student. And as a Trojans signal caller, Beatty's run for nearly 300 yards, passed for 500 in just 3 games this season. And on the season, 7 touchdowns, 6 on the ground, 1 through the air. And again, just a junior. So this is, you're going to be looking at one of the stellar players who could be a marquee player. Now Topeka High puts it on the turf.
Wow.
And the ball back to 37. And when both teams put that on the ground, you think there's some nerves. So we take a look at the starters. And this is how it looks offensively for Topeka High. Across that front line with Dorsey Coutina, Rainier Gomez Soto, Austin Brooks, Matthias Tillman, and Nielsen. There's your skill running backs. Tillman also playing linebacker. Several two-way players, which is kind of unusual for a Class 6A school. This time that snap to center was a little bit high. And a 2nd down and 15, a pickup of about 3 yards, about to the 40-yard line. Going to bring up a long scenario as we check the defense for Shawnee Heights at home. Tolkus, Ewell, Thurber, Eklund, Hall, Ballantyne, Wheatley, Snyder, Gardenhire, and Corby. Interesting, Camden Wheatley is also the safety. So both starting quarterbacks are also playing in the secondary for their respective defenses, playing 2 ways tonight.
Here's where Beatty is really, really dangerous now. He's got 3rd down, about 13, out of the shotgun with a spread formation. If he has the chance, he'll run with it.
2 receivers to the near side. Here's Beatty's going to call his own number. 40, 45. Needs to get the 40-yard line. He's got it. 40-yard line. 35. Beatty's off to the races. At 10-yard line, we knocked and got brought down from behind. Corey Ballantyne got to him, but a huge pickup by the quarterback. And you called him, Mike Mans.
You know, Beatty, I've seen him play 2 times this year. A little fake to Demasius Nielsen, and he's off to the races. And how did I mention? I mentioned in the pregame he goes sideways about as fast as he goes straight forward, and he's got good speed at 4.5, 4.6 somewhere in there, and not quite enough to get it into the end zone. Has a nice touchdown saving push out of bounds there at the end. But he's a tough quarterback, runs that quarterback read really well. Here he is
First
again.
and goal, 8-yard line. Beatty, this time is to Tillman. Back to 5-yard line, 3-yard line. Shawnee Heights defense trying to keep Topeka High out of the end zone, pick up about 5 yards. Shawnee Heights, just a week ago, placed in a pretty tough position, trying to, actually 2 weeks ago against Kansas City Schlegel, actually came up with a stop the team, Kansas City, 4 times inside the 5-yard line. So Shawnee Heights is capable defensively of keeping Topeka High out of the end zone if they put together a good stand here. Here's Beatty, quick snap. This is Tillman to the end zone. Touchdown, Topeka High School. 3-yard run, Tillman scores, and the Trojans take an early lead. And that took, well, it didn't hardly take 3 minutes, just barely over 2 minutes, 6-0 Topeka High.
Let's look at Tillman again. 3 backs in the backfield, and a nice job by Beatty. You know, when you got a quarterback that can, run it on you, you've got to be kind of honest defensively. Hand it off to Tillman. The line open. Gomez at 320 pounds. Where's number 53 for Topeka High? Opened up a huge hole right there off of right guard, enough to get Tillman into the end zone.
So Topeka High going for the point after. This is Stefano Pizzino. He kicks the point after. There was some doubt whether Pizzino would be playing because of injury, but he's in. And Topeka High takes their first drive, 53 yards to pay dirt. And it's the Trojans leading Shawnee Heights by a score of 7-0. Friday Night Live in Tecumseh on homecoming. The Trojans lead 7-0.
Congratulations, your student athlete has just earned a school letter. The next step is to purchase an awards jacket. Hi, I'm Steve Wilbert, owner of All Season Sportswear, one of the top letter jacket dealers in South Central Kansas. We can customize any school's letter jacket to fit your individual needs. We also specialize in screen printing, embroidery, engraving, corporate apparel, and uniforms, and all work is done in-house. That's All Season Sportswear, located 2 blocks west of 33rd and North Ridge Road in Wichita, or go to allseasonsportswear.com.
When you got to get to the other side of no man's land, it's not the Ford EcoBoost V6 you want under your hood. Chevy Silverado offers the most fuel-efficient V8 of any pickup, even better than the F-150 EcoBoost V6. Out here, you want what's under here.
Learn more at the Silverado vs. All event.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today. Now get an introductory lease offer on this Silverado double cab for around $319 per month.
7-0 the score. Topeka High's first possession of this football game. The Trojans take it 53 yards. Nice play by Alec Beatty to take it down to inside the 10-yard line. And Topeka High took it from there. Last time they met, Mike Mans, Topeka High 19-13. The Trojans overcame 4 turnovers, and the defense slowed Heights down to 125 yards of total offense. So that one was exciting. Topeka led 19-10 at halftime. And although Topeka High has won in 4 consecutive matchups, the fact is that these games have been close. Return coming. Here's Barksdale. 15-20. He's got a block. 25. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Shawnee Heights glad to have Tony Barksdale back in the lineup because he's a speedster, and he could be a game changer.
He
for
really
Shawnee
is.
Heights,
His dad was an all-state basketball player at Highland Park High School. Both of Tony Barksdale's boys go here at Shawnee Heights. And again, Barksdale with good speed. He's trying to, transfer what he does in basketball into football, and that takes a little bit of time. A nice block here on the outside, opening up kind of a little area down the sideline, but boy, Topeka High closes fast on that kickoff team.
Last possession, the first possession for Shawnee Heights in the game. They put it on the ground and made some mistakes. This time they completed pass, but trying to get in that spread offense. Nice spin move after the catch. Colt Kennedy on that short pass play, and that looked like a play just designed to give the quarterback a little rhythm, a little confidence, and he did complete the pass. Did number 7, Camden Wheatley.
Yeah, Kutina right on that, though. Again, if you're going to throw the ball sideways against Topeka High, I think it's a better idea to try to get the ball, maybe short little button hook things, something going vertical. Don't go sideways. They have so much speed on Topeka High that they're going to cover those receivers in the flat.
Offensively, Shawnee Heights returned only 3 starters and experienced some bad to go with the good already this season. We'll talk about it in just a moment. 2nd down and 9, ball at the 31, handoff forward and twisted forward to the 37-yard line. Does go Camden Wheatley, so Wheatley certainly has the running capability. As we take a look, and boy, nice blocking up front.
Yeah, great blocking and a nice job. A good fake there. He gave it to Barksdale, then pulled it out from his belly and took it himself and ended up getting some good yardage for Tillman. Took him to the turf.
That's what that little zone read and the play that you've seen run in college time and time again, really spreading to the high schools, but it's difficult for the high school kids to run it because they are kids and it's a decision-making process that takes time. And they just don't have the practice times. Wheatley, first down for Shawnee Heights as Wheatley goes up to the 42-yard line, that time on the pitch option. Wheatley has the option of passing to the running back, or at least pitching that way, and he called his own number one more time.
The spread again in an offset I formation, and nice job by Wheatley, and the first Topeka High guy misses, and there's Wheatley with the first down. By the way, Pizzino missed that extra point for Topeka High, Mark. So
okay, 6-0.
Yeah.
All right. At least it looked good from my angle, but Pizzino missed it. So it's a 6-0 ball game. Opportunity for Shawnee Heights to drive down the field and take the lead if they can get it in the end zone. It's 1st down and 10 for the T-Birds, their own 43-yard line. Camden Wheatley again out of some movement up front. Topeka High did move a little bit, but it looked like that left tackle moved.
Yeah, it looked like the left side of the Shawnee Heights line was pulling off that side. Both guard and tackle were moving.
Yeah, I hate to call out linemen because that's the only time they get publicity, but that was Evan Haverkamp, number 51, and as soon as he pulled, I just liked his reaction afterward as he put his hand to his face. That just happens.
Coach says, watch the ball, guys.
Well, if you play for Coach Swift, I really get the idea that if you play hard and you earn a spot, you may not be the best player on the field, but if you work hard, you will play a lot for him. That's kind of the way he rewards
and how much did he tell us during our interview with him earlier in the week, how much he loved this team, how these guys are good guys. They do a lot of stuff in the community.
First down 15, 37-yard line. Following the penalty, here's Wheatley. Inside is Barksdale, 40. Spinning away from a tackle at 45, 46-yard line. Brought down by Jerron Caraway, the defensive end. And Barksdale hasn't had a lot of carries so far this year because of his injuries, but really an opportunity for him, if he's healthy, to really find some rhythm.
Had a bit of a foot and an ankle injury earlier in the year, and again, Beatty had to come up from the safety position that time to make the hit. And again, when you get Barksdale, and he's another one of those shifty runners, you know, you get him up the middle. Not only is he a shifty runner, but he's hard to bring down because he runs so low and his knees are always pumping high.
Shawnee Heights gets the penalty yardage back plus 4 more. Second down, we'll call it 7, 46-yard line. Wheatley, this is the pitch to Barksdale. Barksdale trying to find the edge. 45 midfield, 45, first down at 40, and here he goes. Barksdale, 25, down to the 21-yard line. And what a run that has to be. The quick math, that's about 33 yards in the pickup, and Barksdale showing what he can do. He was tough after the initial hit as he ran down the sideline. He's pretty tough to bring down.
Watch Wheatley. I don't know whether we have a chance to see this or not, but watch Wheatley. He hangs on to this to the last second. Watch, to the turf. But again, Barksdale with that great speed, and he runs through some arm tackles. I don't normally see Topeka High arm tackle. There's Bill Keys missed him. There's another miss on an arm tackle. Beatty will finally come up in the safety position and knock him out of bounds.
Barksdale gets Shawnee Heights down to the 21. Shawnee Heights just outside the red zone. First down and 10. Trailing Topeka High School by a 6-0 count. There's Wheatley on the handoff, this time up the middle, down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. But defensively, the big guys up front. This is when the weightlifting pays off for Topeka High. And up front, they're not huge. They have Kutina, who weighs 240. And then boy, Joshua Renby coming up to make the play. Actually, that was Demasius Nielsen.
Watch Nielsen come right up. Nobody touches him. Just, I mean, right in blitzing, and had a gap to blitz through and was able to bring Barksdale down after maybe a yard gain or so.
Knows the football just beyond the 20, 19-yard line. Topeka High playing defense, following the big run by Barksdale. And there's Wheatley. There's a little bit of skip in their step. Shawnee Heights feeling a little energy. Pass to the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. Well overthrown. Receiver was Dayton Pomeroy. He's the tight end. He was well covered. When Camden Wheatley actually did a good job of just overthrowing. I know he didn't mean to, but might as well, because I think that could have been dangerous.
Yeah, McCoy was coming up to plant him too, Mark. And, you know, it was a little play action. And McCoy, number 5 for Topeka High, was coming up on a blitz from his outside linebacker position, and Wheatley just had to get rid of it.
When did you see the adrenaline flow? That's when you throw and you think you got a receiver in the end zone, you throw it 10 yards over his head, and
well, you also saw number 5 coming to put his helmet between his numbers too.
Inside 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Third down and 9 at the 20-yard line. There's the pitch. Here's Barksdale, 20. Needs to get to 13, 15, 10. Knocked out of bounds to the 9-yard line. Topeka High is going to give up a first down here, and Shawnee Heights is first and goal, knocking on the door of the Trojans.
Again, the read by the quarterback, and a great read. And again, Barksdale gets the corner turned on what is a pretty fast Topeka High team. Nice block there on the outside. Again, it is Beatty has to come up in the safety position and knock him out of bounds.
Looked like Austin Hubert on the kick-out block there. Nicely done. And well, you can see how dangerous, why they're why they talk so good about Barksdale.
If I'm Coach Swift right now, I give the ball to Barksdale. I mean, this has been the Barksdale run, huh?
First and goal at the 6 for Shawnee Heights. Wheatley with the signals. And the ball's on the ground, tried to hand off, and look at a great defensive play, busting in there. That was Demasius Nielsen from his defensive end spot, who got in there nearly before the handoff was made, showing how much speed that he has.
Yeah, he's one of the fastest guys on the Topeka High team, but again, he must have timed this. They must be going on the same count because Demasius Nielsen was in the back about the time that Wheatley gets the snap. Watch, there he is. And not a good job by Barksdale either on the block. Barksdale needs to get out, put his helmet in there.
Well, he's lucky to get the ball. That could have been, boy, Shawnee Heights has a real opportunity here. 4:06 to go. Second down and goal. Ball's placed at the 10-yard line, and ball's going to be swatted down by Nielsen again.
Yep.
The official's going to call an incomplete pass. That was Nielsen again. Boy, he's really showing his worth as a defender, and he gets in lightning quick one more time.
And Coutinho's coming in too, but again, a high snap, and that just throws everything off. Once that high snap goes to Wheatley, he's in trouble. And again, Demasius Nielsen not only can run pretty good, but he's got good vertical too, got up and swatted it away.
So the Trojans defensively, they did give up more than 300 yards of rushing to Hayden in week 2. But did come up big when it counted in forcing Hayden to punt the ball in a run of consecutive possessions.
Yeah, 4 possessions in a row, they forced Hayden to punt.
Third down, they're calling it the 8, I'll call it the 10, and there's a screen pass. Barksdale trying to find the edge, trying to get a block, 10-yard line. He's being knocked out of bounds at the 8-yard line. That screen was set up, but a terrific defensive job by Topeka High School defensively, making the stop in the secondary. They did not get fooled. Tyler Mathias, rather Dante Brooks and Alec Beatty there for Topeka High.
Brooks really good, very good defensive player. Maybe one of the 2 or 3 fastest guys on the team, but again, you know, that high snap from center on that previous play really doomed this drive here. So we got a long field goal coming here. What about 10 yards into 15, so like 25 yards
Looks
or
like
so?
a 25-yard field goal attempt, and that should be Bruce Ellis. Bruce Ellis, his kick is going to be no good.
Wide
From
left.
25 yards out, it's going to be wide left, and disappointing for Shawnee Heights, who puts themselves first down and goal and can't score. We take a break here. 3:46 to go first quarter. Topeka High is up 6-0.
Hey, Marcus. Guess I just got AT&T. Jealous much?
Nah, I have Cox, so it's the fastest internet.
Actually, Marcus, AT&T has the fastest internet.
What?
It's the Flarflast Impernant. I mean, the flabbest.
What'd you just call me?
Only Cox can say they have the fastest internet.
It's the Furder Merperder.
Whatever, dude.
Discover all the things only Cox can say.
Cox is football, and you're looking at football's biggest fan. I settle family disputes? Oh, tails you lose. A coin toss. Yeah. I watch more games than a referee, and I never miss a college game.
Cox has over 700 pro and college games this season, plus more games than ever before online and on your mobile device. Just $39.99 for the entire NFL Red Zone season.
I have an autograph book just for groundskeepers.
Cox is football! Topeka High leads 6-0. Shawnee Heights' second possession of the football game, and they put themselves in the red zone and a great opportunity to score. And meanwhile, we take a look at the stands here at Shawnee Heights, where it is homecoming on just as the pleasant night as you can imagine, just gorgeous. And the fans here for Shawnee Heights have shown up to root for their team and really almost had a real opportunity to cheer loud for their team to get in the end zone. First down and 10, ball at the 20-yard line. And it's going to be Beatty forward through the 25-yard line. And so the second possession for Topeka High coming up. Mike, I got to think that defensively, Shawnee Heights had to talk about Beatty calling his own number, that little quarterback sneak up the middle. That's what they've done. That's been their money play. They probably got a chance.
They like to follow that right guard, 53, Derek Gomez. He's 5'10", 320 pounds. They're following him again with Demasius Nielsen.
And again, the push up front in the second down play, a pickup of 3 yards, and they're really trying to test Shawnee Heights up front. Topeka High feels like they've got a huge advantage because of all the weightlifting at Topeka High. All those guys in the offseason, that's been the big change for Topeka. I'm sure we'll talk about it at length throughout the ball game, but you will see up front, if you watch Topeka High 10 years ago, this isn't your dad's Trojans. Third down and 1. Pick up, first down, the 35-yard line, pickup of 6 yards. And again, this time over the right side of the offense behind Derek Gomez and Andy Soto. And you take a look at that offensive line on that right side particularly. You got Rainier, 315, Gomez, 320, Soto, 285, and Beatty has the opportunity to run behind those big guys.
And that was Tillman, and Tillman will get those hard 2 or 3 yards for you. He's a very difficult runner to bring down short yardage situation.
First down 10, 35. This give is to Tillman, goes to the 38-yard line as Topeka High content to run the football. Now, Topeka High is not a smash mouth team necessarily, but the fact is offensively they like to get up and go. So you will not want to take a bathroom break during a Topeka High possession because they get to the line of scrimmage. But Walt Alexander, he's not trying to outrun anybody. He's just getting up, giving his team a chance, and they'll snap the ball when they're comfortable. Here's Tillman inside, second down play, close to the 40-yard line. That time, nice job defensively by Shawnee Heights, who got to the ball carrier after a short gain.
Linebackers pinching down on this handoff to Demasius Nielsen. Watch him come up line of scrimmage. There they are. Just too much penetration there. Good job defensively by Shawnee Heights.
Shawnee Heights defensively returned just 3 starters, so really kind of a rebuilding year for the T-Birds. They did shut out Kansas City Schlegel 27-0. Here's Beatty, back to pass, looks for the short man. Pass is complete, caught at midfield, trying to get inside Shawnee Heights territory, inside the 49-yard line. Dante Brooks goes up to catch the ball. First down and 10 for the Trojans. Nice play a little out.
Yeah, Dante Brooks is considered their clutch receiver, their big receiver. He's bigger. He's about 6'2", almost 210 pounds. He's the guy that Beatty can throw it up high, and he'll go get it.
Third down conversion for Topeka High School as the receiver there. Dante Brooks looks at the play call. There's Beatty. I can tell you about Beatty right now. He's got a lot of composure. He's got that feel. Beatty looking over the middle. Has the receiver caught. 20-yard line, 22. And one more time. Dante Brooks testing the Shawnee Heights secondary. That was right on the money. What a great pass.
What a great pass. And Brooks just runs a post. I mean, I don't think there's anything fancy about this. Look, he kind of gave a little stutter step at the line of scrimmage and blows by the defensive backs because they're so worried about Beatty running, but there's a yellow hanky about midfield here.
The officials are talking it over. We've had a chance to introduce the officials, but Jim Blau is the referee, working alongside Mike Holt, Kirk Simone, Bart Waters, Pete Didio. And the call is going to go on Topeka High School, and the fans on the homecoming side of the stadium are happy about that because that was a well-run play, but shows you the versatility of Topeka High. They run it, and you bring your linebackers up, and all of a sudden, bam, over the top.
You bite on that little play action that Beatty will do every now and then with DeMacius Nielsen in the backfield or Tillman. He'll play action it, and then he'll stand up and toss one right down the middle to somebody like Brooks.
So a second down play coming as the ball is pushed back into Topeka High territory at the 45-yard line. And the offense at Topeka High runs. It's a no-huddle run/pass. And we've seen a little bit of the dandiness that they can do. They run the pass, and there's Beatty. Beatty moves forced on his feet. Midfield, 45. 40-yard line, first down, Topeka High, still on his feet, still dancing, 25-yard line inside the 23, and Shawnee Heights had the entire team. This is not flag football. You cannot touch him and bring him down. What a great run.
When I told you, remember the pregame I said ankle breaker, shifty, those are the words that remind me, and you got to wrap him up. You cannot just try to arm tackle and stop, go. Nobody's tackled me yet. He's one of those kids very difficult to bring down. That quarterback Beatty does so well.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. And Beatty a year ago, he was a receiver. What do you think he learned from being a receiver?
I think he learned a lot about how the other positions are played.
Beatty on the carry this time, wrapped up. Nice defensive play, and that play was by the quarterback, Camden Wheatley, who gets to the play to make the stop. And then Wheatley doing a little double duty overtime. Looks like a really bright player, bright future for Shawnee Heights.
And Wheatley guessed right. He was coming up and was shooting a gap, got in through the offensive line, and I don't think anybody touched him. He was able to run Beatty down from behind. You don't want to get Beatty the corner turn. That's the thing not to let Alec Beatty do.
The question for Swift is, does he want Wheatley to continue to play offense and defense?
I know.
Really, Camden Wheatley in many ways is regarded as a better defender.
Yep.
So he may play defense. Second down and 8, final 40 seconds to go, first quarter, 6-0 Trojans. Ball is on the turf. And then brought down as Topeka High puts it on the turf. Shawnee Heights was around it alertly, but that time it looked like Beatty didn't catch the ball.
I think he was looking to do something with it before he caught it. And it's still a smart move by Beatty. Don't try to pick it up and run. Just get on it. You end up fumbling it. Then you lose possession. You don't have a third down, then they have the ball.
Nick Buzianis, who's a 6'3", 210-pound junior, nearly got to the football. Instead, it's a third down and long.
I don't know. The snap has been a bit of a problem tonight for Topeka High. Of course, it has been for Shawnee Heights, too.
That's
snap.
The final seconds of the first quarter. In the Centennial League showdown in Tecumseh, Topeka High scoring the only touchdown as they drove down very quickly, but Shawnee Heights trying to keep Topeka High from scoring again. You're watching Friday Night Live on Cox, Kansas 22.
How do you make fast faster? Cox High-Speed Internet has done it for you, with top speeds now up to 3 times faster, giving you the fastest internet in town. This automatic speed upgrade powers all your devices, so you can stream HD video, download music, upload photos, and more at speeds up to 150 megabits per second. Cox High-Speed Internet. We just made fast, faster.
Welcome to Cox TV Connect. Live TV on your tablet or iPhone. All your favorite shows. In all your favorite places. In any room. And in between. Now with up to 90 channels. It's easy. It's free. Now available on your iPad, iPhone, computers, and select Android tablets. Connect today
Friday Night Live on Cox Kansas 22 is brought to you by Mel Hamilton Ford, a proud sponsor of high school athletics. Alongside Brian Petrot on the sideline, Mike Mann's in the booth. I'm Mark Ewing. Glad to have you on board across the Cox Communications cable system as the entire state gets to share in Friday Night Live. Topeka High up 6-0, ranked by many in the top 10 in the state, number 5 in Class 6A. And there's a pass play coming. The catch is made by number 23, who's Khalil Lawston, who's in the ball game, the defensive back wide receiver. And Khalil gets the ball forward. And a nice pickup down the 22. So what do you think of the first quarter so far, Mike Mann?
Well, it's about what I expected, although I am impressed with the way Shawnee Heights moved the ball against what is a pretty good defense for Topeka High. That inside screen there was a nice job, defended very well by Shawnee Heights.
Shawnee Heights, a chance to keep Topeka High out of the end zone. Fourth down play here coming. And there's Beatty on the rollout. Beatty under pressure, has a receiver, catch is made. And a first down for Topeka High at the 14-yard line. What a clutch play that one was. Well executed. Tyler Mathias, the wide receiver out of Topeka High School, who just happens to be the stepson of the head coach, Walt Alexander, with the catch.
Nice job by Mathias. And Beatty's got time. He buys some time. Nice, tight spiral and led the receiver, Mathias, perfectly. Nice job by Beatty. Thought about running it there for a minute.
Big guys in the red zone down the 14-yard line. And Beatty has two backs around him. And they weave 10-5 to the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown Trojans as Demasius Nielsen steps to the end zone on a 14-yard carry. And now 12-0 Topeka High.
Demasius Nielsen is not only a good defensive player, but is one of those backs that goes along with Beatty and that he changes direction so fast. Here's stop, step, boom. Oh, that linebacker missed me, and I'm into the end zone because I'm a big running back at almost 200 pounds.
What did he dodge and slash inside?
A couple of good moves in there.
Topeka High going for two. Tillman inside, looks like he's going to stop short of the goal line. So a moral victory for Shawnee Heights as they keep Topeka High School out of the end zone on the two-point conversion. It's still 12-0 Topeka High School, 11:41 to go, second quarter.
Take a look again at that run by Demasius Nielsen. And again, Nielsen, somebody at the line of scrimmage has got to wrap him up and at least slow him down. That is his 5th touchdown of the year.
So Tecumseh Township, about 2 miles east of the Topeka city limits. U.S. Route 40 passes to the south side of Tecumseh. A BNSF rail line running between Lawrence and Topeka passes north of the town between it and the river. Well, today the town includes a church, a post office, a large electrical generating plant, a cellophane factory, and guess what? Shawnee Heights High School, as Topeka High is into Shawnee Heights. USD 450 here, 501 for most of the Topeka area, as the Trojans now with a 12-0 advantage on Shawnee Heights.
Well, the T-Birds got down into scoring position, and then as a young team will sometimes do, they find a way to do something wrong when they get into the red zone, and that's what Shawnee Heights did on a couple of plays, and chances to get it into the end zone and just could not get it done.
So Topeka High will kick off here. This is a Trojan team, 3-0 in the season, looking for its 4th victory of the year. The Trojans' football fortunes and reputations continue to skyrocket in the state of Kansas. The Trojans, coming off their best season in school history, went 9-2, posted their first ever playoff win, defeating Wichita Northwest 42-13. And then there's a little short kick trying to catch Shawnee Heights off guard, but the T-Birds are ready. Nice play to understand that the onside kick was coming. And on the football was Alex Shake. And Alex Shake, 5'11", 150, comes up with it.
Yeah, nice job there on the kick.
With Contour from Cox, you can watch this game in high definition. Only customers with a digital receiver and HD service can view Cox Kansas 2022. Call 1-888-GET-MORE to find out how Cox Kansas 22 can be watched in high definition. And if you're watching in HD tonight, how about it? Pretty nice, huh? Here's Barksdale. 40-yard line, trying to get to midfield, puts that stiff arm out, close to midfield, knocked out of bounds to the 49-yard line. Barksdale is dangerous when he gets the football. Barksdale is slow getting up and limping a little bit.
I'm not so sure, Mark, that this play wasn't busted in the backfield. I'm not so sure that Barksdale wasn't supposed to go the other way. Watch. Yep. Now I'll come back this way. Nice job by Barksdale. Get that arm out there, son. And it looked like he got somebody rolled up on his ankle, grabbed his ankle, and maybe rolled that ankle a little bit.
Shawnee Heights needs an answer here. Barksdale is at least going to talk to the trainer for a little bit.
Yep.
And sit out this play. First down 10, 48-yard line. And here's on the rollout. Here's the Grabowskis, the quarterback. Grabowskis on the pass play was incomplete. So there's a chance to look at Taman Grabowskis, who intentionally now, as Shawnee Heights takes over its third possession of the football game, you know that from the get-go, Coach Swift said, your third possession, you're going in.
Yeah.
And how do you think that affects him?
Well, you know, Grabowskis has started the first 2 games of the year for Shawnee Heights and was a little bit off on some of his passes. He's considered their best passing quarterback, although he has a huge frame. He's 6'2", 200 pounds. Somebody up here in the press box said it reminds me of Freeman, who used to play for K-State.
That's a nice compliment.
That's a heck of a compliment.
Second down, 10, 48, and then bad snap again, and Shawnee Heights has to go after. This happened a number of times to both teams in the ball game.
What is that?
Well,
I don't understand that. There's something weird on the field tonight because both teams. Look at this thing. That never did
slow
even
snap. Slow snap, and
nice top height.
Grabowskis, both quarterbacks after the miscues have done a nice job. I got to think you're right here. You know, it's that time of the year. Maybe there's a little moisture on the grass. But
and you're on TV, too.
Yeah, there's some nerves there.
Something about that, too.
But I won't call out the centers yet.
Yeah.
Inside 11 minutes to go before halftime, 12-0 Topeka High. The Trojans have had 2 possessions, have scored on both drives. Here's Grabowskis. Grabowskis, a receiver catch. Midfield, 45, has a block, and down to the first down marker, still on his feet, and inside the 40 to the 39. I can tell you the hometown fans love that on a clutch, long play, and that's what a throwing quarterback can do for you.
Watch Colt Kennedy. Kennedy has a sister who plays softball at the University of Kansas, athletic family, but watch that catch, and then he goes, try to bring me down, boys. Somebody's going to have to wrap me up. I'm going to get that first down. Got it right there. First down, Shawnee Heights.
So Colt Kennedy, 11 catches, now 12 catches on the season, coming in, had a touchdown and over 153 yards. As Shawnee Heights is moving the football. Important that the T-Birds push a point. And there's the snap again. The snap. And boy, he goes down for it, goes on that. And that's is that not Wheatley back in the ball game? Camden Wheatley's back in the ball game. And
I tell you.
Boy, that's an interesting. What can you say? Bad snap. You always catch the ball.
And you do wonder whether maybe bringing in another quarterback, he has obviously a little different cadence than Grabowskis would. And but I don't know. You know, long snapping is you can play in the National Football League for a long time if you're a good long snapper.
Boy, second down and 15. As offensively, it's Sam Ewig playing center right now, and here's that pitch outside of Barksdale. Needs a block. Nice. 45 gets one. 40, 35. First down markers at the 31. He's very close to it. The line judge, in fact, marks it right at the 30-yard line, which is where the first down marker is. That is very close to a touch, or rather a first down. But Barksdale, nice blocking out front. He was a little more patient that time on the pitch.
Nice job this time again. Wheatley waits, pitches, and then Barksdale, nice block on the outside to get Barksdale around the corner, then the stiff arm, and again it's Beatty having to come up from his free safety position to knock Barksdale out. I'm impressed with the way Barksdale's running tonight.
Keeping an eye on how the quarterback rotation comes. This is, again, Camden Wheatley on first down and 10 for Shawnee Heights, 30-yard line. Wheatley can call his own number. 25, 20-yard line, 19. And guess who's in the red zone again? The T-Birds down to the 20 inside the 19-yard line. Nice stop by Austin Tillman. But again, the decision-making process, Wheatley judges right this time.
Look at the size of this hole. Oh, my. Look at that. Mark, you and I could run. Well, maybe not. But anyway, Wheatley, nice job that time. And Wheatley with a great job. He says, hey, Alec Beatty, if you can run the ball, I can run it.
Well, we're going to take a break here. 12-0. Ball game. Topeka High leads Shawnee Heights. You are watching Friday Night Live on Cox, Kansas 22.
Hey Kansas, this is Phil Nightingale, General Manager here at Malham Ford, the big one of 119th and West Kellogg. Are you looking for a good quality pre-owned vehicle? We've got the best selection of certified pre-owned vehicles that we've ever had. These vehicles come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. They've been inspected by one of our certified technicians. They come with roadside assistance and much, much more. We have every make and model available: Honda, Toyota, Nissan. Check out our inventory at mhford.com and see how we can save you thousands of dollars on a certified pre-owned vehicle. At Malham Ford, we're better, we're proving it. You be the judge.
With our Cox bundle, the football game goes where I go. That's what I call mobility.
Football in the car. Portability.
Watching my game on the go, reading my home voicemail. Paul, your grill is on fire. Oh, no. Randy, can I borrow your hose?
Sure.
C'est maturité, Randy.
With the Cox bundle, you get everything you want at a price you'll love. Cox Advanced TV, home phone, and super fast internet. Call now and ask about our new 2-year price guarantee. It's our best offer ever.
Shawnee Heights had a scoring opportunity earlier, a 25-yard missed field goal, so the net is out. And Bruce Ellis is testing it again.
Yeah.
As Shawnee Heights is inside the red zone. This is very important for the T-Birds to have a nice possession here, is it not?
It is, Mark. You know, you got the wind at your back, so Ellis will have a chance to kick a field goal, but you want 6, and then you want that extra point, too.
Single back is Barksdale. Barksdale gets the handoff. 20-19-18, trying to hold on to that football down to the 15. He did a nice job. That was a little bit of a loose handoff, and Barksdale actually had to get the ball and kind of tuck it inside. He was in very big danger of losing that football that time.
Demasius Nielsen, number 28, was trying to strip the ball away from Barksdale that entire run after that kind of a dangerous handoff. But Nielsen had his hands in there, but Barksdale wouldn't give up the pigskin.
And boy, Demasius Nielsen, who's been a big star in the football game so far. On this particular drive, Shawnee Heights did a nice job of targeting Demasius Nielsen and getting him out of the way. But second down play coming here at 16-yard line. Ball from the ground again. Does Topeka High have it? The Trojans do. The Trojans have come up with a fumble, and Shawnee Heights just gives the football away here. Boy, what a critical penalty, or rather critical mistake. And it just looked like a bad handoff.
Yeah, it was. It was simply nothing more than just a bad handoff. And again, young teams. Here we are again in Shawnee Heights is in the red zone area. And look at this. Snap was a little bit high again. And boy, Topeka High, you don't need to give them more chances.
Jerron Caraway comes up with a turnover for Topeka High. And for the second time in the ball game, Shawnee Heights goes into the red zone and comes up empty. And Topeka High now first down and 10. From its own 20. Topeka High does not need much help, and there's the flags fly, whistles blow.
I think illegal procedure on the left side of the Topeka High line. Somebody's moving a little bit too fast over there.
Boy, it's got to be a little bit demoralizing for Shawnee Heights as Jeff Blau signals illegal procedure on Topeka High School. This is the Trojans' third possession of the football game. The first possession, Topeka High went 53 yards for a score. The last possession was an 80-yard drive. They did up a lot of time. And that's why we got the 12-0 so far. Missed extra point initially, and then the 2-point conversion was a miss. First down at 15, now ball at the 14-yard line, inside 9 minutes to go before halftime. There's Beatty in the handoff. And there's Nielsen. Nielsen, 25-yard line. Boy, that's could have been a touchdown-saving tackle because there wasn't but one defender between the defender that brought him down in the end zone. Nice carry for Nielsen.
Yeah, watch Nielsen plant this right foot. Boom, here comes, stop. And then cut right back to the other side. Nice job. Good job there, but gang tackling by Shawnee Heights. So Demasius would have been down the sideline.
KJ Quarterman, and on the stop for Shawnee Heights, he had to pull him down from behind as they rode him down. This time he gives the other way. Shawnee Heights defensively, they got to have 3 or 4 of those T-Birds to bring that running back down.
Tillman.
And did not get to the line of scrimmage. Another loss. Shawnee Heights defensively, which runs that 4-2-5 with a couple of linebackers and nice gang tackling by the T-Birds.
You don't see Austin Tillman get stopped at the line of scrimmage very often, but look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys on Tillman.
So third down play coming. Shawnee Heights would love to have the football back here after coming up empty on a couple of possessions to keep within arm's reach of the Trojans.
We got 2 guys moving. Well, okay, here we go.
They reset the play, 3 receivers and a slot receiver to the top side. Shawnee Heights adjusts defensively along its front line. And here's Beatty. Beatty, 32-yard line, now 35. First down marker was a 29, so Beatty gets the first down by about 7 yards. And after all that assortment and dodging and resettling of players, he gets the first down.
They spread you out. They had trips to the wide side of the field, and then they get the ball into Beatty's hands, and that is a designed play to spread the defense out, let Beatty take it with that quarterback read.
36-yard line, now first down and 10 for Topeka High School. Beatty downfield, has a receiver behind the defense, catch is made. 30, 25, 20, 10-yard line, 5-yard line, touchdown. That would be a 65-yard touchdown pass. Dante Brooks on the end of it, and Topeka High leads 18-0.
We told you that Dante Brooks was was the big-time receiver, but look at the protection that Beatty has. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, and a fly pattern again right down the middle of the field by Brooks. Play action, freezes the linebackers. Not a perfect pass, but certainly Brooks was far enough in front of the defensive people for Shawnee Heights to take it to the house.
This time Topeka High will try the traditional point after. Another shot at it, and this one's no good. So Topeka High coming up empty on an extra point. And Stefano Pizzino misses the extra point. He was injured a week ago, but Topeka High's got 3 touchdowns. Just can't get the point after. This time a 65-yard strike to the end zone, and the Trojans are marching. Topeka High 18, Shawnee Heights nothing in the second quarter.
Congratulations, your student athlete has just earned a school letter. The next step is to purchase an awards jacket. Hi, I'm Steve Wilbert, owner of All Season Sportswear, one of the top letter jacket dealers in South Central Kansas. We can customize any school's letter jacket to fit your individual needs. We also specialize in screen printing, embroidery, engraving, corporate apparel, and uniforms, and all work is done in-house. That's All Season Sportswear, located 2 blocks west of 33rd and North Ridge Road in Wichita, or go to allseasonsportswear.com.
When you got to get to the other side of no man's land, it's not the Ford EcoBoost V6 you want under your hood. Chevy Silverado offers the most fuel-efficient V8 of any pickup, even better than the F-150 EcoBoost V6. Out here, you want what's under here.
Learn more at the Silverado versus All event.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today. Now get an introductory lease offer on this Silverado double cab for around $319 per month.
Play action is what does it for Topeka High School. Mike, take us through this. What is Shawnee Heights doing that they should not?
Well, watch this play action here by Beatty. Of course, you always have to worry about Beatty running. There's the play action. Look at the linebackers here. Boom, they're already up. And the same thing with the safety. Look at, made the step forward, and it's like, adios. And he looked back. That's the worst feeling in the world. Uh-oh. They're not running.
They got those defensive
Perling,
backs.
yeah. Perling 6'2", free safety. Good free safety, but when you bite on that, and you got somebody as fast as Brooks running right down the middle of the field, yeah, somebody's got to take that guy. That's the free safety's job.
That'll be part of the conversation with Coach Swift at halftime. 18-0. Another kind of a pooch kick. 40-yard line up to the 42. Shawnee Heights will get the ball in pretty good shape. T-Birds need to put together a drive. They've already put together 2 drives. Yeah. They keep putting it on the ground. They're their own worst enemy. As a nice return there, number 83 is Dayton Pomeroy. He's the starting tight end, and Coach Swift calls the plays here.
Yeah, great field position. Wow. Start the drive on your own 43-yard line. Somebody late coming in. Again, I keep giving the ball to Barksdale until somebody finds a way to stop Barksdale. And I still think that quarterback read by Wheatley has worked pretty well, too.
And Grabowski's in the ball game here. You saw him go to work with a nice pass earlier. Here's Barksdale on the straight pitch. Trying to find the edge. He gets to the line of scrimmage and gets a couple of yards. He was scraped there by Topeka High's Jovan Hall, who gave him a lick. And then Demasius Nielsen got to it, and then more Trojans along the way as you take a look at the replay.
Never letting, what Bartley must do is turn it upfield. And Austin Tillman from his linebacker position there just strung that out until his buddies came up and made the assist with the tackle.
2nd down and 8, ball at the 46. Now inside 6.5 to go here before halftime. Coming up at halftime, Brian Petrotto will join us with representatives from both schools, Topeka High and Shawnee Heights. So you'll want to stay with us during halftime to hear what goes on at both schools. That's part of Friday Night Live. Roboskis downfield had a receiver, and Dayton Pomeroy had that look from right here like he was expecting someone else to catch that ball. I don't think he thought he was the intended receiver.
Yeah, look, good play action there, and a nice down and out or down into the sideline post play. But I mean, the pass it looked like, now Roboskis is considered a better passer. I'm not sure whether somebody didn't run the route that Grabowskis thought was going to be run, but that pass wasn't even close to the intended receiver.
But Shawnee Heights is a team that passed the ball before a lot of teams wanted to pass the ball. The T-Birds have been a team in the city of Topeka where, running the ball has always been so popular with everybody across the state. But Shawnee Heights is one of those teams that was always tempted to test teams vertically. They've always had the quarterbacks that could throw the ball. Tyler Hurl was here.
Yes.
Here's Barksdale. Barksdale trying to get away from would-be tacklers, and the Trojans have got him wrapped up for a 2-yard loss. back at the 44-yard line, and you could just tell Barksdale was trying to get a block, and on the stop there was Jerron Caraway, who
Mark, he wanted to go watch. He wanted to get back. He sees too many. Now I'm gonna change. He just could not get away. There was so much open field on the other side that if Barksdale had got around the corner, he'd easily got the first down.
And let's just say this: Topeka High has a very physical demeanor. This is why the punt coming up, by the way, and a pretty good one.
With the wind.
Angled toward the sideline. Takes a great bounce. 5-yard line. They're going to down it at the 1. You got to be kidding me. What a punt that one was. That is going to be a 54-yard punt, or a 53-yarder, very close to that. Wow. What a job by Shawnee Heights punter. Was that Colt Kennedy, or was that was Cameron Dawson is the scheduled punter? I think Cameron Dawson. That was Colt Kennedy downing it, but Cameron Dawson, who was an all-city punter, just booted that right down the line.
Got a little bit of wind, and he got a great bounce. Look at Shawnee Heights getting down there to hustle. Don't let that thing get in the end zone. Look at it rolling. They were able to touch it and just down it right about the 2-yard line. Now, I guess they put it right back at the 4, but what a great hustle by that punt team.
Line of scrimmage, they're going to call it the 4-yard line. I think they call it the 4 or the 3. And we got 5:29 to go before halftime.
If you're Shawnee Heights, you'll want to turn over down here.
Pass play coming. Receiver catches it. Look out. 30-yard line. 35. Trying to get to midfield and does so. 50, 45, 43-yard line. And falling up that 53-yard punt is, according to my math, about a 57-yard pass play. And on the end of that was Khalil Austin, and Austin was wide open.
Austin running just a little pattern right across the field from left to right. And hitting him in stride was Beatty. Good hustle by this guy's getting over there to bring Austin down, or he'd have been in the end zone.
Boy, Shawnee Heights, another opportunity to pin Topeka High. What a call just to come out throwing the football.
From your end zone almost,
Outside!
And here's Nielsen inside the 40, angles to the near sideline, 36-yard line, trying to get a block downfield was Tyler Mathias, the wide receiver. And Topeka High's receivers, that's something about those guys. They block downfield. They're not just running pass plays. They're knocking defenders off the...
You don't block, and you go over and see Coach Alexander, you won't be playing the next series. Nice job by Wheatley, too, coming up from his free safety position.
Look at Beatty's numbers, 5 for 5, 149 yards. Those are like Nintendo numbers. Here's Nielsen again. 29-yard line. And Topeka High offensively, think about the running backs they have, Nielsen and Tillman. They also have a couple of others. With Nielsen, they have Matthew Williams, who's very capable.
Matthew Williams had 3 touchdowns in the game last week against Topeka West. We haven't even seen him.
And we have 4 running backs for Topeka High. They're not afraid. Walt is not afraid. Walt Alexander to give them the ball, and we'll probably see. Look at boy, Walt's got his game face on here. 18-0. And there's Beatty. Guess who? 25 gets to the slot. 15-yard line, 14-yard line. And Beatty, that time with those running backs we just talked about, Shawnee Heights took the bait, trying to get one of them down, and then Beatty just pulled the rabbit out of his hat.
What do you do if you're a defense? You know, the guy throwing the ball, and you give it to DeMacius Nielsen. He pounds up in the middle, and then all of a sudden the quarterback fakes it, Nielsen, and then keeps it. You've got to play really straight up man-to-man defense. Don't leave your gap for anything.
Trojans are up 3 touchdowns and now in the red zone, threatening to put a 4th up. 4:20 to go. Shawnee Heights needs a defensive play. Inside running back is brought down, wrapped down. And boy, needing a defensive play, Shawnee Heights gets a nice defensive play. Looked like Jared Ewell, defensive lineman, in on the tackle.
Yeah, let's go back to that last play. We have a chance to.
Yeah, the defensive end just ran right by Beatty. Yep.
I mean, you can't crash like that. You have to stay. You know, you have a position to stay defensively. Stay there, because sometimes the ball comes back to you.
Second down, 8, 13-yard line. Beatty this time. Tillman, 10-yard line. Banging forward, 5-yard line. Boy, that was helmet on helmet, and he just busted through 2 or 3 Shawnee Heights tacklers before being wrapped up and brought down once again by Jared Ewell. And again, those running backs, fresh legs. Austin Tillman back in the lineup, gets the ball, pushes forward. First and it's actually a 3rd down.
Yeah,
and we got a Shawnee Heights player who is down.
Austin Tillman, by the way, Mark, not only plays middle linebacker, but he was on the team last year and had a lot of success last year on that team that went 9-2 with Raymond Solis as the quarterback last year. Solis, by the way, is playing starts now. He's a freshman, starts at Washburn University. And you know how tough it is to play in the MIAA. He starts at Washburn University at tight end, got hurt last week of the sprained knee. He'll be out for a week or two. But Solis coming from this Topeka High program, and, you know, he gave a lot of, at the end of the year, he said, without Coach Alexander, I'd have never been able to do this. He got me in the weight room. We're working out. The Topeka High team has won 4 state 6A weightlifting championships in a row.
And the proof is in the scores they put up against Highland Park, 68-0. Topeka High overwhelmed the Scots from the Star-Spangled Banner to the finish, and then the next week rallied from a 7-6 deficit at halftime to defeat Topeka Hayden 25-20. Then in week 3 against Topeka West, 69-16 was the final. And so that's where Topeka High is 3-0. So Shawnee Heights actually can feel relatively good about being down 18-0. They won't feel very good about being more than that.
No, they need a turnover here.
They need a turnover here.
Stop.
Sure do. There's Beatty, full house backfield, give us the fullback. 5-yard line, brought down. T-Birds making the stop there. All those guys up front, among them, number 11, DeJuan Gardenhire, the free safety, in on the blitz to make the stop.
But a lot of the guys on the middle of Shawnee Heights line submarine and getting down as low as they possibly can, allowing the linebackers and the free safety or the corners to come up and make that play. And you know, Topeka High has just got so much confidence in what they do. 4th and a yard, they're going to go for it.
The drama here, can Shawnee Heights get Topeka High from getting a first down on the end zone? And a 5-yard, let's be close. First down markers at the 5. It depends on the line judge, but Shawnee Heights got to the ball carrier in a hurry, and that was Travis Eklund, the linebacker, who got right to the ball carrier almost immediately after the snap. And the officials are calling it a first down. First and goal. Disappointing for Shawnee Heights. At a first and goal for the Topeka High Trojans.
Man, so close, Mark. Demasius Nielsen got the handoff, and here he is slamming up, and just enough to get to the 5-yard line.
So first and goal, they're marking it at the 5-yard line. It's very close to the 4. And there's Beatty. This time empty house backfield. It's all Beatty, 5 receivers, and Beatty's going to keep it. 5-yard line, knocked down, 3-yard line. And Camden Wheatley, the quarterback, along with Derek Selk up there to make the play for Shawnee Heights.
Don't go trying to tackle Wheatley up around, or don't try to tackle Beatty up around his shoulder pads. Get him down low, just knock him off his feet.
Second down and goal, ball at the 3-yard line. Beatty trying to get to the end zone for Topeka High once again. Full house backfield. Give us to Tillman.
Flag.
It's a flag as a penalty called. It was a touchdown, but a penalty. And it was thrown in the direction of a lineman. I think that's like 59 up front for Topeka High, and that would be Cyril Kutina. And it's holding.
Yep, holding penalty. And for Shawnee Heights, couldn't come at a better time because Austin Tillman had lowered the shoulder pads and it squirmed into the end zone. And now we'll march it back 10 yards, and Topeka High will have to do it all over again.
Walt Alexander, we talked about all the teams that he's coached. Belleville, Hill City, Ness City, Elk Valley, Westmoreland, Atchison County. I'm not sure if there's actually a school that he hasn't coached at. But his son Blake is the head coach at Atchison.
Right.
And Blake Alexander was an All-State or Shrine Bowl player. Also the strength coach is Alexander. And coaches with his assistant coach, who's the athletic director, Hasenbank, they won a state track title. So
they did.
Big guys' athletic fortunes have turned up with the weightlifting. Second down here. Ball's on the ground. Fumble. And it looks like Shawnee Heights is going to have it. Fumble recovery for the T-Birds, and they're going to keep the Trojans out of the end zone, and they couldn't have come up with a bigger play there as Travis Eklund, one of the Shawnee Heights captains, got to the football and comes up with a fumble recovery.
What did we say, Mark? That need a turnover or need a stop, and the turnover comes again. It was a snap. I'm not so sure it was a bad snap. We'll have to look and see, but it was to Beatty. The snap came. Well, they had Demasius Nielsen jumped in there a little bit too quickly before Beatty can even get the ball to hand it to him, and the ball drops free, and Shawnee Heights alert to get on it. Just a mess up in the backfield there for Topeka High.
First down and 10 at the 15-yard line. We'll see if Shawnee Heights wants to be aggressive. Grabowskis has the receiver. You bet they're going to be aggressive. Shawnee Heights. Receiver downfield was Austin Hubert.
Beatty had coverage on him, but again, Beatty pretty good coverage. In fact, maybe a step behind the receiver.
Grabowskis there gets the quick call from Swift.
Incomplete pass stops clock with 1:51 to go before we get to halftime.
Shawnee Heights certainly capable with their offense of putting some points up in a hurry. But boy, following that nice defensive stand, would love to grab a little momentum here heading into halftime.
Maybe see the running back this time. Nope.
Grabowskis has a receiver, 20-yard line wrapped up, and he stays in bounds. The pickup is about 5 yards because the receiver, Malik Stanley, was brought down in bounds. The clock is going to move. Shawnee Heights is going to call timeout. Timeout on the field. Shawnee Heights is going to call timeout here, or did Topeka High call the timeout?
Well, Malik Stanley had a chance there to squirm away, but just could not get away from the grasp. But Topeka High's doing a nice job gang tackling here. Stanley just a little quick down and out, or a little button hook. He'll just turn and the ball will be delivered right where it is supposed to be delivered. Give it to him in his hands. There it is. Turn now. And again, here comes Topeka High again. Not one guy trying to tackle, but two there. And other white jerseys approaching the traffic jam.
Well, in several rating services, Topeka is either number 5 or number 6 in Class 6A. And so the Trojans come in here highly vaunted. They are the talk of the state because they're the new guys in the block.
They are.
In the state of Kansas, it takes a long time to climb the ladder. It's very rare when a team climbs through the ranks and has, let's say, a 2-9 year and then comes back a 9-2. That happens very seldom. But Topeka High is a team that, when Walt Alexander got there, they couldn't make a first down. And when they did get a first down, it was a victory. And then they're a team that is really being highly regarded for its ability to score big points.
Walt told us when he first got there, they didn't let freshmen lift. And then he was told he had 6 weight training classes, and he ended up with 2. So he's had to get the entire, not only the student body, but everybody that works there to understand that this is what we do, and now things are really going well.
Third down play. Topeka High, by the way, according to the scoreboard, called that timeout. So the Trojans, and there's the ball on the turf again, wrapped up at the 6-yard line, and Shawnee Heights has done that repeatedly throughout the ball game, and were it not for the bad snaps, they would be right in this ball game. They're just handing opportunities to the Trojans who just don't need it.
They talked about the turnovers, 5 of them last week. Now, obviously, these are not turnovers, but these set you back so far. And nice job by Grabowskis. Hey, look, I'm just going to get on this thing. I don't want to try to pick it up. Demasius Nielsen was right there. If Grabowskis wouldn't have got on that, Nielsen would have had it.
Well, what it also does, Mike, it makes the decision to call the timeout by Topeka High really a smart one, because all of a sudden, the Trojans, as this actually is clocks, the clock shows 12 seconds. That's the timeout clock.
Right, that's
the timeout clock.
But Shawnee Heights, obvious. It's 4th down and a cab ride. I mean, they've got a long ways to go deep in their own territory, and now you're going to punt it to a team that's got really good punt return guys. They have a good punt return team, and because of a bad snap for I don't know how many times, 4 or 5 times tonight, you're going to give the other team good field position, although you do have a little bit of a wind to your back. And last time, remember, this punt went about 50-some yards.
Well, Cameron Dawson, who's back, he's an all-city punter, as we mentioned earlier. But kicking with his heels to the end line there, close.
Yep.
Good snap.
Good kick.
Good kick. 45-yard line going to return. 40, 35, 30-yard line. Still on his feet inside the 33-yard line. Oh, boy. And Brian Petrata. Brian, you're watching a great ball game tonight. Topeka High's put on a nice show so far.
Yeah, they really have. You guys were talking about how the recent history of Topeka High hasn't necessarily been a high point for them on the football field. This school has a ton of history, though. They've been around for almost 140 years. A historic building houses the school itself. And so that's what makes this run really impressive for Topeka High School. And it's been thrilling, really, to watch the rise with this program.
And Dean Smith among the alums.
Yes.
Former North Carolina head coach, basketball legend. Beatty still on his feet, scrambling forward. He's fun to watch, 26-yard line. And, this is really a teaching moment for Shawnee Heights, because I know Coach Swift well enough to know that he's going to talk about wrapping up on the tackle. Don't take the bite on the play action.
Dante Brooks is lined up here. There it is, that little down in the hook pattern. That's probably close to a first down.
It is a first down the 16-yard line, and first down and 10 for the Trojans. I'm wanting to see as the clock stops at 54. They stop it to move the chains. And Topeka High does have, actually, according to the scoreboard, no timeouts remaining. So if the scoreboard is right, then there's no timeout. I thought Topeka High had 1 timeout left.
Well, if you're Shawnee Heights, don't let them in the end zone now. Bend but don't break.
There's Beatty rolling out. Beatty's going to call his own numbers. Get brought down and wrapped up after, boy, he didn't surrender himself, that's for sure. Inside, close to the 12-yard line. Just when you think Beatty's going to be wrapped up, that guy gets loose. 35 seconds and counting to go before halftime. Again, Brian Petrata with representatives of both schools on the K-Preps halftime show that's on the way next.
It's Dante Brooks on this far side, number 6. They look up, crossing pattern the other way. Nope.
Pass is incomplete. Still got some time left. Inside 19 seconds to go. And here's how Beatty, he was a wide receiver a year ago, so he knows how the wide receivers play.
Yeah,
and he was playing behind a senior quarterback who had a great reputation.
Yeah.
But this Beatty.
That was his first incomplete pass tonight.
And he's really got some good. He will wait until he's under some pressure. He understands. And that's the difficult thing for a high school quarterback. Understand, let the play develop a little bit. Don't get so excited that you're letting that play develop too quickly.
All-city baseball. All-city baseball, too, Mark, since his freshman year.
There's Beatty in the rollout. Again, he's setting up the screen. Picked off by Shawnee Heights. Beatty throws the interception, and the T-Birds needing defensive play. Get one from Evan Haverkamp, who stepped up and picked off the pass.
Nice job. We talked about staying home defensively. Haverkamp stayed home and was right there to jump that screen pass. Watch him stay where he's supposed to be. Doesn't take it, rolls back. Looks like Beatty's going to his right. Stayed home, right where he's supposed to be. Pass a little bit underthrown by Beatty, too, but a nice job there defensively by Shawnee Heights.
So Topeka High gives up a fumble. It was recovered by Travis Eklund on its previous possession, and then an interception as Haverkamp comes up with it. Now Shawnee Heights has a little bit of time. Pass is incomplete. Down 18. They will take that final 10 seconds and make as much use of it as they can. Not a team that's going to sit on the ball down 3 touchdowns here. On homecoming.
Caraway coming in from his defensive end that time after the pass planted a couple of Shawnee Heights players. Here you go till the whistle blows.
And Taman Graboskas, the senior, comes back in. And he does have an arm. We'll get to see how good it is. 2 receivers near side. Colt Kennedy looks like the far side. There's Graboskas looking downfield. It has a receiver. Right out of bounds, 37-yard line. Still 6 seconds to go.
Nice
so
down
first down. Of course, Topeka High playing soft defensively, but Malik Stanley showed some wheels. He got down in a hurry.
Malik Stanley is quick. He's on their track team, the 4x100 track team here at Shawnee Heights.
They were state champs. 3 of the 4 are on this football team.
Yes.
So they can pass the baton between one another. If they want to. Graboskas comes back in the ball game. 18-0 Topeka High. Of the 5 possessions that the Trojans have had, 3 scores and 2 consecutive turnovers. Shawnee Heights has been in the red zone twice, but have come up empty.
I think we'll see a Hail Mary here. Graboskas can throw it. I'll tell you that, he can do 40 easy.
Kennedy Ballantyne, a lot of speed. Might as well look downfield. They can get away from pressure. He's going to be wrapped up. Pass. He's going to be nearly picked off. Incomplete. There was a thought right there where that was going to be an interception and a fumble, but there was a flag down. We had all kinds of activity that time. Austin Hubert in there. You're taking a look on the field. Brett, looks like Breitkritz.
I tell you what, you as a quarterback, I know a lot of times you can feel somebody coming. Graboskas did not know that he was about ready to be hit from behind, holding against Shawnee Heights, so that'll be that. That's the end of the quarter.
And there we go. Halftime is here. Walton Alexander's Trojans have scored 3 touchdowns on 3 impressive drives. And his Topeka High team, 3-0 in the season, trying to go 4-0. Lead Shawnee Heights by a score of 18-0 as we're headed to halftime. Your thoughts so far on the half? I guess really Shawnee Heights is still in the ball game at this point.
Yeah, T-Birds with a nice job. They made a stand down here, got a fumble. They made the interception and avoided a chance of another Topeka High touchdown. You bet. I think Shawnee Heights is going, look, man, we've been in the red zone twice and have not scored. We have got to stick the ball in the end zone. And I'm sure that Coach Swift's going to go, hey, guys, you can play with these guys. They may be rated in the state in 6A, but we can play with them. Look, we've moved the ball. We just don't get it in the end zone.
Trojans make their way to the locker room as halftime activities also include some homecoming festivities. The king and queen were crowned earlier in the day, and the fans are on across the way, looking at Topeka High School fans and cheering on their Trojans with good reason. Topeka High coming in with their high ranking and highly regarded across the state of Kansas. And meanwhile, Shawnee Heights, this is our first time for Friday Night Live. And we're not officially in Topeka, we're actually in Tecumseh.
That's right, so it's officially
so if you get your MapQuest out and find Tecumseh, you'll know that you got to travel a little bit, kind of halfway between Topeka and Lawrence. And Topeka High, they found their way. Topeka High found their fans. They found their way.
It's Lester Wetter Field, and for the longest time, I didn't know who Lester Wetter was. And so I asked, and he was an administrator who taught here at Shawnee Heights and then was a superintendent of schools and unfortunately died in a car wreck. And then when they refurbished the facility here, they named it Lester Wetter Field.
And Lester Wetter Field's a great house for all the fans who've made it to watch on a Friday night. Another Friday night Centennial League. High school football in the city of Topeka, very popular.
Real grass here too, Mark, something they maybe don't see a lot. They had thought about going ahead and putting in turf here. And then they thought, well, you know, if you have turf every 8 to 10 years, you got to replace it. It's another $1.5 million. So they hired a really good grounds crew, and these guys take excellent condition of this field. Only the varsity plays on this field.
Let's go down to the sideline and Brian Petrata. Brian.
Thanks, guys. I have Coach Walt Alexander. Coach, there at the end of the first half, the ball got a little slippery, but for the most part, it appeared the play action was working especially well for you. Why was that effective in the first half?
Well, we run the ball pretty well, you know, so anytime we think we can get somebody, you know, early downs or something, we'll try to play action people. But we made a bad call as a coaching staff down here on the screenplay. That's something we should never have done. That's on us. But I think the kids are playing hard, and I think we're executing. We should be up more than we are. This game's far from over. We're going to have to play hard.
Shawnee Heights had a couple of big plays, but the red zone defense for your team seemed especially stout. Talk about their efforts.
I was really proud of that. You know, I have to watch film to see what happened. A lot of that happened on the other side of the field, so we really don't know. But they must have been doing something right. We didn't defend speed option very well, and I thought we worked on that really well in practice. So we're not very happy with that, but I think we just got to come out and play a better second half for sure.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck second half.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thanks, Brian. So Topeka High School has 3 touchdown drives, 2 of them 80 yards. And now lead at halftime 18-0 on homecoming. Here in Tecumseh, the Shawnee Heights T-Birds and Coach Swift trying to get back in the ball game. You're watching Friday Night Live on Cox, Kansas 22. The K-Preps halftime show is next.
Hey, Randy, I left a voicemail on your home phone.
Yeah, I was at the gym.
Well, if you had Cox digital telephone, you get your voicemail sent as emails like I do.
Really?
And you save $10 a month so you can get cool stuff like this.
You do know your team is going down today. Shh. Paul, get your phone finger off my face.
Sorry.
It's okay.
We're #1!
Add Cox Digital Telephone for just $9.99 a month and get free DVR service or a high-speed internet upgrade for 6 months. Switch to Cox today.
Hey, Marcus. Guess I just got AT&T. Jealous much?
No, I have Cox, so it's the fastest internet.
Actually, Marcus, AT&T has the fastest internet.
What?
It's the Flarflast Impernant. I mean, the flabbest.
What'd you just call me?
Only Cox could say they have the fastest internet.
It's the Furder Merperder.
Whatever, dude.
Discover all the things only Cox can say.
Cox is football, and you're looking at football's biggest fan. I settle family disputes? Oh, tails you lose. A coin toss. Yeah. I watch more games than a referee, and I never miss a college game.
Cox has over 700 pro and college games this season, plus more games than ever before online and on your mobile device. Just $39.99 for the entire NFL Red Zone season.
I have an autograph book just for groundskeepers.
Cox is football!
How do you make fast faster? Cox High-Speed Internet has done it for you, with top speeds now up to 3 times faster, giving you the fastest internet in town. This automatic speed upgrade powers all your devices, so you can stream HD video, download music, upload photos, and more at speeds up to 150 megabits per second. Cox High-Speed Internet. We just made fast, faster.
Welcome to Cox TV Connect. Live TV on your tablet or iPhone. All your favorite shows. In all your favorite places. In any room. And in between. Now with up to 90 channels. It's easy. It's free. Now available on your iPad, iPhone, computers, and select Android tablets. Connect today.
We welcome you to the K-Preps Halftime Show. KPreps.com, your source for high school football scores, stories, rankings, and team pages for every school in Kansas. KPreps.com. One of our favorite portions of our Friday Night Live is when we get an opportunity to meet the administrators who are on hand. Topeka High leading 18-0, and the Trojans, who are the visiting team tonight, get the first docket. That brings us to Brian Petrata. Brian.
Thank you, Mark. I have the pleasure of being joined today by the associate principal at Topeka High School, Rob Hayes. Rob, things going pretty well for the football team right now.
Not too bad, not too bad. The guys are doing pretty well. A few mistakes on both sides of the ball, but we're leading, so that's good.
18-0 lead at halftime. Rob, you have the pleasure of working for one of the more historic high schools in the state of Kansas. What can you tell us a little bit about the history of Topeka High School?
Well, you're exactly right. It's one of the more historically renowned schools in the state. It was built in 1931 and one of the first $1 million schools west of the Mississippi. And that same pride and tradition carries on today. It's still just as beautiful as it ever was, and we take a lot of pride in that.
Well, and the football team has been especially successful tonight and in recent history, but it doesn't just stop there. Tell us about some of the other activities that are successful at Topeka High.
Absolutely. Well, we're very, very proud of the fact that we offer a full range of upper-level classes, AP classes, pre-AP classes, honors classes. But one of the things we're very proud about is our AVID program. AVID stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. It gives those students who don't have a standard, typical chance to maybe move up in life, those kids that come from families whose parents didn't go to college, extra support, extra lessons, so to speak, to advance themselves. And it's pretty neat. Last year was our second year where we had graduates out of that program. Two of our kids wound up, one ended up at Yale University, full academic scholarship, first in his family to go to college. Another student went to Southern California University. Same exact thing, full academic ride. Again, first in his family to go to college. And so, really neat program. It's really improving kind of the standard at Topeka High School, and we're very proud of it. We also offer an international studies program, and that's really neat because kids who take a complement of different international studies types of classes, world languages, social studies classes, and so forth and so on, foods classes and things, they end up with an endorsement on their diploma that gives them kind of a leg up when they enter into college. So,
well, that does sound very exciting. It makes me excited for when my kids go to high school. So, Rob, thank you very much for joining us here on the Halftime Show, and best of luck to Topeka High.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Send your kids to Topeka High, you bet.
That's Rob Hayes, the associate principal at Topeka High. Back to you, Mark.
He's got a little campaign going. Nothing wrong with that. 118 years of football they played at Topeka High School. Here on the field, Shawnee Heights High School. Its marching band is entertaining folks. And Shawnee Heights is who we're going to talk about next. The drama and the festivities of a Friday night homecoming in Tecumseh for Shawnee Heights High School. Topeka High leads 18-0. You think of Topeka High, you think of the tower and the dungeon where they play basketball, but this football program from Topeka High School is making waves here. Alongside the marching band of Shawnee Heights, the drum and bugle corps as we head to break here. 18-0 is our score here at halftime. Brian Petrata returns from representatives of Shawnee Heights and return to the K-Preps Halftime Show.
With our Cox bundle, the football game goes where I go. That's what I call mobility.
Football in the car. Portability.
Watching my game on the go, reading my home voicemail. Paul, your grill is on fire. Oh, no. Randy, can I borrow your hose?
Sure.
It's immaturity, Randy.
With the Cox bundle, you get everything you want at a price you'll love. Cox Advanced TV, home phone, and super fast internet. Call now and ask about our new 2-year price guarantee. It's our best offer ever.
Now, come on, Phyllis. You're just picking a kicker, not your next husband.
Paul, what's going on?
Mom's having her fantasy football draft.
Ooh, why aren't you doing that at your house, Rita?
Well, my Wi-Fi isn't as fast as yours because I don't have Cox high-speed internet. Yeah. That's your offense, Phyllis? You're going to score less than Paul did in college.
Switch to Cox High-Speed Internet. Get 50% off for 6 months with internet speeds up to 16 times faster than basic DSL, starting as low as $19.99 a month.
Hey, Randy, I left a voicemail on your home phone.
Yeah, I was at the gym.
Well, if you had Cox digital telephone, you get your voicemail sent as emails like I do.
Really?
And you save $10 a month so you can get cool stuff like this.
You do know your team is going down today. Shh. Paul, get your phone finger off my face.
Sorry.
It's okay.
We're number one!
Add Cox digital telephone for just $9.99 a month and get free DVR service or a high-speed internet upgrade for 6 months. Switch to Cox today.
Hey, Marcus. Guess I just got AT&T. Jealous much?
Nah, I have Cox, so it's the fastest internet.
Actually, Marcus, AT&T has the fastest internet.
What?
It's the Flarflast Impernant. I mean, the flabbest.
What'd you just call me?
Only Cox can say they have the fastest internet.
It's the Furder Merperder.
Whatever.
Discover all the things only Cox can say.
Cox is football, and you're looking at football's biggest fan. I settle family disputes? Oh, tails you lose. A coin toss. Yeah. I watch more games than a referee, and I never miss a college game.
Cox has over 700 pro and college games this season, plus more games than ever before online and on your mobile device. Just $39.99 for the entire NFL Red Zone season.
I have an autograph book just for groundskeepers.
Cox is football! Shawnee Heights is a center for learning for approximately 3,500 students in grades pre-kindergarten through 12th grade, 4 elementary schools, a middle school, a senior high, compromise the attendance centers of the district. And among our topics as we go back to Brian Petrata. Brian.
Thank you, Mark. We have with us now the principal at Shawnee Heights High School, Alan Beam. Alan, big night tonight with homecoming. Tell us about some of the things that go into producing a homecoming event like this.
It begins on Monday. We have our parents set up a house somewhere for a class. Each class gets to decorate a float based on a class color. There's activities all week long, and then come Friday morning, the classes each get a hallway to decorate. So they come in early, get it all decorated in their class color. Then about lunch, the drum line begins to fire up. Parents show up with their floats outside. We set up for a parade, and we have a very long parade that lasts for about 15, 20 minutes. For out here, that's a lot. And then we finish off with a big pep rally here in the stadium with our middle school on one side, high school on the other side, with quite a few activities.
What struck me as well is that I understand the parents have a lot of involvement in terms of the decoration of the field and the painting of the end zones and things of that nature. What does it mean to have the support of the parents like that?
Shawnee Heights is a great community. The parents are extremely supportive. They've come out, as you said, they paint the field, volunteer. They've actually helped purchase paint. They went out and got equipment to do this. They spend a lot of time in all our programs, not just the football program, but other programs as well. Very committed to our kids here.
And speaking of committed to your kids, one program that was mentioned to me is your iPad, your one-for-one iPad program. Tell us how that came about and how that's been beneficial for your students.
Well, a few years ago, we had a conversation with the board about preparing our kids for their future. And we know that a device of some sort, whether it's the iPad or whatever, is going to be part of their life. So we need to work with them on how to use that as a tool, both to educate them, teach them the rights and wrongs of that device. The board made a commitment. We launched it last year with our freshmen. This year we went freshmen, sophomores. And next year we'll launch it with our entire student body. It's involved changing what our teachers do. We've done some restructuring with what they do in the classroom. We're exploring apps. Just the whole thing is beginning to evolve and change how students learn.
Your vocational programs also seem to be thriving. Tell us about some of the activities they have going on.
Again, it's also part of getting them prepared for the future. We still have the old wood shop they used to have in the old days. We now build a habitat house. And this year we're launching a cabinet making program to build for that house. We have a metal shop that works on manufacturing and actually helps produce things. Our business class works for them. And markets, they just announced the winner of the floats. Markets the manufacturing tools. We have our TV production area that we're working with. I mean, we're trying to find real-world application for our kids so that when they walk out here, they have some real experiences.
Alan, thanks so much for joining us in the halftime show. Good luck to your team in the second half.
Thank you. Enjoy.
That's Alan Beam. Back to you, Mark.
Yeah, halftime festivities are the biggest cheer of the night when they announced the winner of the float. As you take a look at earlier in the day today, look how creative they are. Homecoming activities continue tonight. Topeka High leads 18-0. We continue with halftime activities after this.
Hey Kansas, Phil Nightingale, General Manager of Mel Hamilton Ford. I'm here with Donnie Gay, 8-time champion bull rider.
Hey, thank you, Phil. I'm proud to be here in Kansas, especially in Wichita at the big corner of 119th and Kellogg. You have got trucks everywhere.
You know, Don, here at Mel Hamilton Ford, we have hundreds of trucks to choose from at every price, make, and model.
Well, why would a cowboy choose to go anyplace else?
Exactly. At Mel Hamilton Ford, we're your volume dealer has the vehicle you're looking for. You know, Don, that's why we say we're better, we're proving it. You be the judge.
How do you make fast faster? Cox High-Speed Internet has done it for you, with top speeds now up to 3 times faster, giving you the fastest internet in town. This automatic speed upgrade powers all your devices, so you can stream HD video, download music, upload photos, and more at speeds up to 150 megabits per second. Cox High-Speed Internet. We just made fast faster.
Welcome to Cox TV Connect. Live TV on your tablet or iPhone. All your favorite shows. In all your favorite places. In any room. And in between. Now with up to 90 channels. It's easy. It's free. Now available on your iPad, iPhone, computers, and select Android tablets. Connect today.
Hey, Marcus. Guess I just got AT&T. Jealous much?
Nah, I have Cox, so it's the fastest internet.
Actually, Marcus, AT&T has the fastest internet.
What?
It's the Flarflast Impernant. I mean, the flabbest.
What'd you just call me?
Only Cox can say they have the fastest internet.
It's the Furder Merperder.
Whatever, dude.
Discover all the things only Cox can say.
Cox is football, and you're looking at football's biggest fan. I settle family disputes? Oh, tails you lose. The coin toss. Yeah. I watch more games than a referee, and I never miss a college game.
Cox has over 700 pro and college games this season, plus more games than ever before online and on your mobile device. Just $39.99 for the entire NFL Red Zone season.
I have an autograph book just for groundskeepers.
Cox is football! The final stage of the K-Preps halftime show includes an interview with the other coach. For that, we have Brian Petrata. Brian.
Thank you, Mark. We're back with Jason Swift, the head coach at Shawnee Heights. Coach, first half, your team got the ball in the red zone a couple of times and couldn't capitalize. What needs to change in that area in the second half?
We need to capitalize. I thought we moved the ball. I thought we did a great job. I really was pleased with our offense. I think we just had some bad snaps. It's kind of been the point of the night right now. Offensively, we missed some blocks. Credit Topeka High for stopping us, but at the same time, I think we're doing some nice things. We just got to finish.
Coach, thanks so much. Good luck second half.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
And thanks, Brian. The numbers tell everything. And Topeka High can roll up some big numbers. They have so far in the ballgame, Mike Mans.
Yeah, 326 total yards for the Trojans, only 130 for the Birds. Passing, 5 out of 6. Beatty only had 1 missed pass, 6 out of 12 total for the T-Birds. Passing yardage, 148. Beatty doing a great job there, only 48 for the Thunderbirds. Rushing yards, look at this, DeMacius, Nielsen, Tillman, Beatty, 178 yards total, only 82 for the Thunderbirds. First downs, 10 for Topeka High, 7 for the Thunderbirds, and turnovers, 2 for the Trojans, a fumble and an interception, and 1 turnover for the Thunderbirds.
4201 Southeast Shawnee Heights Road is the address for the night's encounter, but week number 4 of the season is the marking point for where we are on the calendar for Friday Night Live. The middle stages to the season, which begin tonight, always reveal the true personality as well as the potential of where your favorite high school team is headed. We should learn a lot. So, Mike Mans, you get to put on your coach's hat.
Yep.
Let's talk about, we just heard from Coach Swift, so let's talk about the visitors first. Topeka High School, what do you think Coach Alexander told his team?
Hey, look, our offense, he told us that his offense is ahead of his defense at this time of the year. I go right back to Beatty. I put it in his hands. He's a very capable quarterback. I let him do it. And I pound the ball with DeMacius Nielsen and Austin Tillman until somebody stops me and I have to throw the ball. For Shawnee Heights, I got to get the ball to Barksdale a little bit more, as much as I can get it to Barksdale. And then, whether, Wheatley did a nice job of running that quarterback read because they would be worrying they would, key the defense, particularly the linebackers, would key on Barksdale, and then Wheatley would take the ball right up the middle for 8 or 10 yards. So I think, I think both teams, and I agree with Coach Swift. I think his team did a nice job. He's playing against a team that's heavily favored to win this game. I think some computer in Topeka picked Topeka High by 49 points, and here it is at halftime, 18-0.
That's what they won at your house, though.
Yes, sir.
So,
that's not one of my house, didn't it?
Okay. I know you don't have an iPad.
No.
So the kickoff, Topeka High, and the second half is underway. The kickoff is going to be out of bounds. So there's going to be a flag, and let's take a look at the first half highlights. This is how the Trojans got it done.
Here's how it is. Here's what we talked about. Alec Beatty. He'll break your ankles, and that's what he does. He's shifty. Finally knocked out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And then Tillman lower the shoulders, big fullback, and take it to the house, and he does. Again, here's Demasius Nielsen. Step bump. Oop, I'm out. I'm in the end zone. Not going to catch me. What a run by Demasius. Now the other way. Wheatley fumbles the ball. Guess what? There's Holloway for the Topeka High Trojans to recover it. Now here we go again. Play action. Beatty right down the middle. Dante Brooks has everybody beaten. He's going to the house. Nobody's going to catch him. Another 6 on the board, matching Brooks' number for the Trojans.
Nicely done, Mike. I think he must have done television highlights somewhere in this town back in the day. And here's Beatty forward. First down and 10 from the 35. Gets forward to the 41-yard line. Pickup of 6 yards. And this is the real thing about Topeka High that makes the Trojans work that Shawnee Heights has not been able to do. The pickup on first down, you get 5 or 6. That's just a huge difference.
It makes it so easy, Mark, to call your second down play when you pick up 7 yards on first down.
So the Trojans going to work look sharp in those uniforms. Their road uniforms, mostly white, trimmed in black, gold helmets. There's Beatty, dances forward, 45, first down, close to the 48-yard line, wrapped up, brought down to the 47-yard line. Line judge will mark it to the 48. It's a pickup. We'll call it 6 yards and a first down and 10 for the Trojans.
Watch Beatty here. Beatty does a great job of reading. He waited there. He doesn't hurry. He's not in a big hurry. He's not the fastest quarterback out there, although I think he maybe is the fastest in the city. Watch, wait. Nice block. Got a good block, and then follow those big horses up front.
Topeka High rolled up 162 points in 3 games. They got 18 tonight. Here's Tillman, 45 in Shawnee Heights territory. Avoids the first tackler, takes the big hit, gets 3 more. And the ball at the 42-yard line, just shy of the first down, it looks, but about a 9-yard pickup. Again, 9 yards on first down. You just get to do so much.
Tillman, as they were hitting him and he was falling to the ground, his legs were still going. Feet were still churning, trying to pick up an extra yard. That is the way Austin Tillman runs. And he'll never stop. He plays linebacker and he plays this running back position exactly the same way, 100% every time.
Second down, short play action. What do you think? Been running, run, now play action? No, Beatty's going to keep it. 45, 40-yard line, 38-yard line. First down was at the 42, needed just 2 yards. We're inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. I got the feeling from Walt Alexander from our halftime interview with Brian Petrata and just how we know he probably wasn't very happy with his team. They just made too many mistakes.
Too many mistakes, I think. And the snap wasn't good there early, and then they missed a couple of blocks, and then Barksdale was able to get around on their defensive ends and their linebackers. And I'm sure he challenged their manhood at halftime.
First down, 10, 39-yard line. 3 receivers to the top. Ball on the ground again. Beatty comes down and gets it. Wraps up at the 41-yard line. The thing about Walt Alexander's approach as we talk about Topeka High School, initially he had to be enormously patient, and this is about 8 years ago. He was really encouraging toward their team when they would do something positive. Well, now he's in a position where now he gets to be critical because now they're good. Now the bar is set a little different, and he probably is more comfortable with this approach. When they make a mistake, they're going to hear about it. And initially, he just couldn't do that because they just were a team that just didn't have any confidence. Our program was looking for a way. Second down and 12, a new back in the ball game. This may be our first look, in fact, at Matthew Williams. This is the 150-pound sophomore you talked about in the 4th running back, and he's capable, isn't he, Mike?
Yeah, Matthew Williams had not 1, not 2, but 3 touchdowns, including a 90-yard kickoff return last week against the Topeka West Chargers. So this guy is more than capable at running back.
So we talked about Nielsen, Tillman. We've seen
Beatty,
both of them, Beatty, and then now you got Matthew Williams.
He comes in pretty fresh, too. Now they'll slot him.
Top portion of your screen as Beatty sets the offense. Tillman is to his right. A spread look with a tight end. Beatty looking for space. 40-yard line, goes back inside. There is a flag down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. The flag was thrown in the direction of the left tackle, so we'll see if that is the case.
Holding, yeah. Trying to help his. You have a back like Beatty or a quarterback like Beatty who goes in 15 different directions on one run. It's hard to decide where you're going to block, so sometimes you just grab the guy. No matter where he goes, if Beatty, whatever my quarterback goes, I got this guy wrapped up.
Well, Trojans like to get out and go, so there's going to be some of that. Yep. The offense requires a high level of physicality and endurance. So these Topeka High guys, we talked about their weightlifting. This is where it all starts to pay off here. 4th down play coming.
What do you do now? Interesting, they're coming up the line of scrimmage now. Beatty has been known to quick kick here, so you see everybody up the line of scrimmage here. Beatty has been known to quick kick it from time to time.
In Shawnee Heights territory, 34-yard line, 4th down and 5. Beatty back to pass. Has a receiver. Near side, catch is made. Both feet in bounds. And what a play. Nicely run by Topeka High School. Dante Brooks with the catch. 1st down for the Trojans.
When you want the big receiver, when you go to your clutch guy, this is the guy you go to is Dante Brooks. And he is only a sophomore. 6'2", 190 pounds. He's a big target. He has extremely good ups, can jump extremely well. Nice pass there by Beatty.
And we've hit a lot the development of Topeka High football. There's a 4th down play you put in your back pocket.
Woo.
You executed it perfectly. Here's Williams. Close to the red zone, 22-yard line, the right side of the defense for Shawnee Heights with Tolkus and Holmes. And Uhl up front. Push back at Topeka High School. The thing of the challenge for the T-Birds right now is they need a good stop here. And they're probably pretty tired. They look like a team that's been putting their hands on their hips a little bit during this drive. Topeka High gets to the line of scrimmage, and as you can tell, they're scrambling to get in position as Shawnee Heights right now.
Yeah, now you got Trips one side and 2 receivers the other. And Beatty, what do you do now? You got to watch out because he'll run on you.
Empty house backfield. 4 receivers tied into the ball game. Here's Beatty under pressure. Here he picked off. Corey Valentine picks it off for Shawnee Heights. The T-Birds with their 2nd interception. Valentine, he's a sprinter. He gets it all the way back to the 39-yard line. Interception thrown. Topeka High's 3rd turnover in the ball game. And just when the Trojans have a chance to put this away in the first drive, up comes Shawnee Heights with a nice defensive play.
Dorsey with a nice stop there for Topeka High, but ball's underthrown. Face it, not a good ball that time. Way underthrown. Way underthrown. In fact, it looked like Tillman, had he led Tillman a little bit, Tillman would have been in the end zone. But again, this pass by Beatty, not a good one. Underthrown, 2nd interception of the night for the junior quarterback. And Valentine, nice job here. Missed. Taking it right down the sideline. Dorsey able to put the stop on it.
39-yard line, yes, Barksdale now, first carry of the ball game. 40-yard line, got a block. 45-yard line. That time the receiver on the near side of the field, who happens to be Austin Hubert, he held his block that time, and you don't have to hold that block very long for Barksdale to get to you and then past you.
There's a flag on the play, but a nice, you mentioned it, Mark, got the corner turn simply because of the good block by the outside receiver. And so it is a hold now, unfortunately, against the Shawnee Heights guys, so that'll nullify a really good run by Barksdale.
Now I'm wondering, as Swift gets a clarification from the official there, and it did not look like Hubert held to me, although he held his block for a long time. I think it was the line. I think it was a lineman.
There's somebody in the line, I think, Mark, because that was a good block on the outside there. Bart Waters, the line judge there, explaining to the head coach, Jason Swift, what the call was.
Well, a 10-yard penalty. Barksdale. Wheatley, by the way, back to run quarterback duties. Shawnee Heights put it on the ground time and time again, so we will look to see if they practice that during halftime to see how much that happens. There's Wheatley this time. Forward, 30, 35-yard line, 37, now 40. Boy, he burst forward for a couple of extra yards if you thought he was down, as we take a look at Barksdale on the night that he's had.
Yeah, Tony Barksdale Jr. or the 2nd. His dad's all-state player in basketball. He looks to me like he could be an all-state player in football. Pitch it again to Barksdale. Nice block on the outside. Barksdale down the right sideline. It's Beatty that's come over and finally knock him out. Little play action this time. Misdirection play again and it's Barksdale. Left side hurt his ankle a little bit on that play. Here's Beatty now, back to pass. Beatty, somebody's going to step right in there for Shawnee Heights and intercepted. That was the first interception of the night. Number 2 came a few moments ago.
Second down and 8, ball at the 40-yard line. Looking downfield, Wheatley. Receivers caught, went down to his knees, 44-yard line. In fact, the receiver who caught the ball, I think he thought the play was over. Colt Kennedy kind of surrendered himself knowing that he was down.
Don't
he really didn't cover up. The thing about Barksdale, the thought about him is he's got a little MCL problem. So when he's not, like right now, he's kind of got a hobble to him.
Yep.
And then he gets the ball and he runs like the wind.
I know.
So I'm kind of confused as to what exactly his issue is. He's just one of those guys that he's kind of hurt and banged up. And boy, if he's
Got to see him in basketball. He averages about 26 points a game out here at Shawnee Heights.
Is that right? He looks like quite an athlete.
He's an athlete.
As we showcase some of the best high school football in Kansas, you see occasionally an athlete or two that stands out. We got a number of them tonight. Third down play and 5. Ball marked to the 44-yard line. Actually about 3rd and 4. Wheatley leaves a handoff to Barksdale. Barksdale trying to move forward, 45-yard line. Got a little extra push after he was initially hit, but got back to the line of scrimmage and not much more, bringing up a 4th down situation. Barksdale running hard defensively on the play. That was Mike McCoy.
McCoy and Caraway. Caraway came up from his defensive end position and ran that play down from the weak side, able to get in there and make a stop and not let the slippery Barksdale get away from him.
All right, you're at midfield. You're down 3 touchdowns, and it's 4th down.
I'm kicking here. I want to see if my defense can hold.
And Wheatley's going to come back in offensively. There's always
look like that's going to happen.
You know, you can get the snap, a hard count, get a hard count, draw off sides.
4th down here.
That's a possibility. It's 4th down about 4. The 45, a penalty would be a 1st down, but the snap. Here's Wheatley forward, 46-yard line, not going to get it. Got a yard, and the Shawnee Heights T-Birds are going to turn the ball over on downs. What could you do? Topeka High is going to take over here, up 18-0 as we take a break. You are watching Friday Night Live on Cox, Kansas 22.
Celebrate 100 years of the Kansas State Fair with huge savings at your locally Kansas-owned mattress hubs. To celebrate, take instant rebates up to $500 store-wide. Or for a short time, we're continuing our Buy a Bed, Get a Bed event. That's right, Simmons, Serta, Tempur-Pedic, and more. Buy a bed and get a bed free. Or pay no interest for up to 5 years. That's no interest through 2018. Celebrate Kansas all month long at your Kansas-owned mattress hub.
Follow the cheap sheet to the mattress hub.
Just in time before winter hits.
Free installation is back at Renewal by Anderson. Beat the winter cold and call today for a more energy-efficient window with an easy start-to-finish process backed by the Anderson name.
This month, receive free installation, plus a free upgrade to our most energy-efficient glass, plus pay 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 1 year.
Save like never before.
With free installation from Renewal by Anderson.
Renewal by Anderson. We love our new windows.
Friday Night Live on Cox, Kansas 22 is brought to you by Mel Hamilton Ford, a proud sponsor of high school athletics. 18-0 is our score. You take a look at the home field for Shawnee Heights on homecoming. 18-0 Trojans. Topeka High in to spoil things. But Shawnee Heights defensively has done a pretty good job and now put in a tough position one more time as the Trojans take over 1st and 10 at the Shawnee Heights 47-yard line following a 4th down non-conversion. And here comes Topeka High. Beatty with the football. 45-yard line. Look at him dance. 42 turns inside the hash marks. Still on his feet. 35-yard line. Pickup of about 12 yards. 1st down and 10 for Topeka High. He's just a fun guy to call. The way he zigs
Beatty.
and zags. And
that's just Beatty. I said pregame ankle breaker, shifty. I don't care what you want to call him. I know the defenders, they do. They probably feel like Wile E. Coyote trying to get the, trying to find that guy. Man. He just zigs and zags.
This time, Beatty gives to the tailback forward inside the 35 to the 32-yard line. And so far, Topeka High has been willing to exchange its tailbacks. Austin Tillman here. Tillman, by the way, 22 carries, 180 yards coming in. 22 carries in 3 games is not a lot. That's just over 7 a game. But with 6 touchdowns, he's also a pretty reliable receiver is Tillman. So I'm waiting for Tillman. He's got a couple of catches. Just happened to be for 94 yards and a touchdown. So they'll use him selectively.
Yeah, they'll put him in a slot sometime. And what they were doing when they tried to score last time it was intercepted, they put him in a slot and sent him to the end zone.
2nd down 7, ball to 32. Here's Nielsen back to the 30-yard line, pickup of a couple of yards. So Tillman, then back to Nielsen. As a coach, you always look to avoid a pattern because when teams scout you, they want to see what you're doing. Run, then maybe pass. And so far, Topeka High has been pretty unpredictable, though Walt Alexander, if you listen to the halftime interview with Brian Petrotta, he didn't like the fact that they called that screenplay.
Yeah, he said it was on him.
But
that's a bad call by the
mostly
coaches.
They've done a great job. But Shawnee Heights actually done a really good job defensively because Topeka High's done a pretty good job of trying to keep them off balance. And there's Beatty, 30-yard line, following that left tackle, gets forward close to the first down marker, which the rest of the 25-yard line looks like he'll be just about a yard shy. So you got 3 backs for Topeka High that can run it. And Walt Alexander looks to his wrist there for the next play call as he comes in. Pretty sophisticated way of calling plays.
Oh, yeah, this is a hurry-up offense. You don't give the defense much time.
And this offense didn't come overnight. They had it took some time to get this all together. That's all coordinated. You can, boy, if you only see him once a year like we saw him last year against Hayden, you really see the improvement.
Well, yeah, you were here for a while when they weren't so good.
Yeah, they were 4th down player, 4th down and 1. They would play some games that were over about 8 minutes into it. They give the full. Look at Shawnee Heights on this tough hit. The crowd reacts to that. Maybe a first down, but what a hit up front.
If it's a first down, it was only second effort by Tillman to get it.
That's Eklund again. Travis Eklund.
Tillman says it's a first down. You can hear
holding that D sign up there.
Shawnee Heights held, but I'll bet you can hear this in the middle. Tillman, I heard it clear up here. What a nice job by the Shawnee Heights guys. And I thought they did that entire series by the T-Birds defense was better. They stopped Beatty at once, stopped Tillman on that yard to go, 4th down and a yard. First time this year I've seen anybody stop Tillman. What a job defensively.
That kid's played a tough game so far. Travis Eklund, time and time again. Shawnee Heights is ringing the bell. They got the ball back, 2:49, third quarter.
Hey, Kansas, Phil Nightingale, General Manager of Mel Alton Ford. The wait is finally over. We want to invite you out to our 14-bay state-of-the-art service facility here to better take care of your needs for tires, brakes, batteries, alignments, and of course oil changes. And remember, we work on every make and model available out here for you. And while you're here, don't forget to register for some of the great prizes we're going to be giving away for this huge grand opening of our new Quick Lane. It's only happened at the big corner of 119th and West Kellogg, or check us out online at mhford.com. At Mel Alton Ford, we're better, we're proving it. You be the judge.
How do you make fast faster? Cox High-Speed Internet has done it for you, with top speeds now up to 3 times faster, giving you the fastest internet in town. This automatic speed upgrade powers all your devices, so you can stream HD video, download music, upload photos, and more at speeds up to 150 megabits per second. Cox High-Speed Internet. We just made fast faster.
Topeka High has won 4 straight in the series. In those 4, closest game 2009, Topeka High defeated Heights 35-34. That was a game played at Hummer Sports Park. And although Topeka High has won all 4 games, all 4 have been close. But tonight, a 3-touchdown cushion for Topeka High, although the last 3 possessions, 2 interceptions, a fumble pass is incomplete. Rolling out, looking downfield. Austin Huber was actually open, although Tillman was closing the gap, but pass ball is incomplete.
Yeah, a little pass by Wheatley was behind the intended receiver. You're right. The receiver was open. And Colt Kennedy was downfield at about the 50-yard line. There was nobody on him for Shawnee Heights.
So 2nd down and 10. Whistles blow, movement.
Everywhere.
As moving from left, Austin Hubert was moving in the background. Looked like a little movement on the left side. As Jim Blau, referee, will step in and give us an illegal procedure call likely.
5-yarder against Shawnee Heights.
Boy, and you think about all those penalties, those kind of penalties on Shawnee Heights, plus the drop, snap, and exchange.
Oh, yeah.
Had that not happened for Shawnee, if they run a clean ball game tonight.
Oh yeah, they would.
They're right there. Because they've already had 2 drives in the red zone that they probably could have come up with some points. And the defense has been pretty solid. Shawnee Heights, the reputation is slow starters, great finishers. Have made the playoffs in the last 3 weeks, but just where they are right now is really critical. Here's Wheatley, pass play is going to be intercepted by Topeka High's Torrey Thornton. Thornton on his feet to the 20-yard line, and Thornton stepped in between the quarterback and the receiver and comes up with the interception as Shawnee Heights turns the ball over back to Topeka High.
Thornton with a nice job defensively. He'll backpedal just enough, and when he sees the receiver break for the ball, he will step in front of the receiver. Nice job. Exactly what they teach you to do. Stay with him. When he makes his break, you step right in front of him. Thornton with the INT for Topeka High.
So Topeka High at the 21-yard line, first down and 10. Critical mistake by Shawnee Heights. When you think the momentum's going to shift, here's Beatty looking downfield. Has a receiver's going to overthrow him. Intended downfield for number 23 in the ball game after Topeka High, and that's Khalil Austin, 160-pound junior, just thrown over his head.
Yeah, slow crossing pattern. That pattern worked a few moments ago with Dante Brooks for the touchdown. And Brooks is lined up wide to the right side this time. I wouldn't doubt if you'd see maybe him take a shot with Brooks here shortly.
This time, split backs, two receivers near side, tight end. Give us to the tailback, dancing forward. We got Nielsen, that inside the 15-yard line of the 14. He's got a little bit more distinct style than does Tillman's more of a slasher, put your head down.
Come, right at you like a fullback. Demasius Nielsen's going to try to juke you, make you miss, and pick up the extra yardage that way.
Back to the 15-yard line. Alexander, he looks at his left wrist, has the number, knows what the play is going to be. It's delivered in. Beatty calls it, audibles it to his teammates, has the number 2 is coming. Then you got 4 receivers, single back to the left, and here's Beatty. Beatty's going to keep it, going to be wrapped up, pickup of a couple of yards on that little zone raid. Shawnee Heights, Nikolai Tostado, 6'1", 235-pound sophomore. We haven't talked about Tostado tonight.
Tostado's nickname is Taco.
Taco Tostada. Somehow that makes total sense. Player down on the field. That's Travis Eklund. Eklund's played one well of a ball game
he's
tonight.
Probably the best linebacker Shawnee Heights has.
So he's down. That's our timeout at the moment as the defense tries to sort it out. Shawnee Heights defensively, we talked about their shutout of Kansas City Schlegel, and they held the T-Birds, Stallions to 4 yards, first run 11 plays, which set the tone for the night. And then that's the good part. The bad part is they surrendered 235 yards to the Emporia Spartans and 235 to the Junction City Blue Jays. So that's the good and the bad. Brian Petrata rejoins us from the sideline. Brian?
Thanks, guys. What you're looking at here, we have 2 young men who are part of the youth football program here at Shawnee Heights. And they're the ball boys tonight. They're also some water boys as well. It really speaks to the community spirit. That's kind of been a theme tonight. We've heard from the administrators and the coaches here at Shawnee Heights. It starts very young, goes up. They love this here. They get to be part of the action. They get to wear a jersey with their name on it, and they're on the sidelines for a high school football game. They're high-quality kids. It's a high-quality program, and they're delivering high-quality H2O.
And how excited are they? Thanks, Brian. Great work. Vincent and Kelly getting a little TV time. Future T-Birds. That's got to be a great moment. Here's Beatty, the handoff. Inside the 15 to the 14-yard line, a 4th down play, and the T-Birds have held Topeka High out again. Over on downs. So listen to this, Mike Mans. Last 5 possessions, a fumble, interception, 2 interceptions, and now another over on downs. We take a look at the replay.
Yeah, take a look. Gardenhire comes up right here. I tell you what, Shawnee Heights must have made maybe a change in gaps. Maybe they've moved the tackle over or a guard over or something into gap, because the holes that were open in the first half for Topeka High are not open right now.
So 1:27 to go third quarter. Halftime score was 18-0. Guess what? Still 18-0. And Topeka High has had several good opportunities to score here. Now see if Shawnee Heights can put an offensive play together. Grabowskis is Barksdale, and Barksdale can't hold on to it. At the 12-yard line, he had everything but the laces, I think, in his hands. As that just dribbled down. I don't even know how he didn't catch that ball.
Well, he's running before. And look at him. He knows he should have got that.
Got to catch the ball.
Got to catch it before I run with it.
He's talking to himself. It's a good sign of a good athlete. You just, you can read his lips. Got to catch the ball. He's already hearing what the coach is telling him seconds after the play happens, as the 2nd down and 10 play comes up. But here's a chance for Shawnee Heights to get a little bit of rhythm, and it's all about a little pass and catch game. Grabowskis has a receiver caught. 20-yard line, 21-22 should be a first down. Close to the 23-yard line. They've been trying to run that play of the T-Birds. That time, Austin Hubert on occasion has been the blocker. Makes a nice pass play.
Colt Kennedy takes the defensive back down long. You see him out here running. Gives a nice job to pick up that short yardage, enough for the first down. Kennedy ran the free safety down the field, and a nice job that time by Grabaskas getting that ball where it's supposed to be.
Shawnee Heights won some tight ball games last season, played nearly everyone tough, and it can be a big season if the T-Birds can build off last year and try to find some rhythm. Here's Grabaskas to Barksdale, 20-yard line. Watch the move. Yeah, he's right by the defender. 30-yard line, 32, 33-yard line. Boy, the fans love that when he gets the ball, and his ability to avoid tacklers is just outstanding.
Watch this, Mark. Austin Tillman, number 24 for Topeka High, never misses a tackle. One of the best linebackers in the city. Watch Austin Tillman. Here comes 24. Up. Yeah, I mean, Tony Barksdale just runs hard.
Well, he hit the
runs
brakes
hard.
It makes me wonder with his knee problems how he could hit the brakes like that and
let guys go by him. Yeah,
that's the challenge there.
Tillman does not miss tackles, and that's about the first one or two I've ever seen him miss.
2nd down and 1, and now Shawnee Heights an opportunity to get a first down. Maybe let players. The catch is made. 45 midfield. 45-40 and into Topeka High territory. Another catch by Austin Hubert, and the T-Birds are on the move.
Nice crossing pattern here by Hubert. Watch him right across the middle, and a great play action. Freeze that linebacker. Get that ball in the middle. There it is. Nice cut back up against the grain as well. And if he could have kept his feet, he might have been able to take it for 6.
Another look, and that receiver was wide open as Topeka High defensively lost track of who they wanted to defend. That 4-3 defense for Topeka High, 4 defensive backs in, and that time just split through the zone. Grabaskas play action. Grabaskas dodging out trouble. Pass is incomplete, nearly intercepted. That was kind of dropped into the lap of Austin Hubert, who's been sure-handed and nearly dropped right into the hands of Jesse Ellsworth, who was tracking him down in a hurry.
Hubert makes those great catches coming across the middle. Some passes thrown behind me. That one was just flipped to him. It's like Grabaskas goes, I'm not running with this thing here. You take it and go. Grabaskas got a big body, too. He's 6'2", 200 pounds. I can't imagine he could have been taken off for a little jaunt there.
Taman Grabaskas, the senior, the 200-pounder in the ball game. 2nd down and 10. Grabaskas, screen play, Barksdale.
Nice block.
40, 45, 30, first down the 27-yard line. And as the quarter nearly comes to a conclusion, 1 second remains here in the 3rd quarter. 1st down and 10 for Barksdale and company.
Get Barksdale in open territory. Get him an open field and let him do his stuff. But watch his block. Oh, nice block. Great block by number 17. That's Malik Stanley from his wide receiver position, allowing Barksdale to get around the corner. To get Barksdale in that open field and let him do what he does best.
They place the ball down and the quarter comes to an end. We played 3 quarters of action here in Centennial League in Tecumseh. Topeka High leads Shawnee Heights by a score of 18-0. The 4th quarter is on the way on Friday Night Live across the state of Kansas. We thank you for being with us because you are watching Friday Night Live on Cox Kansas 22.
Welcome to Cox TV Connect. Live TV on your tablet or iPhone. All your favorite shows. In all your favorite places. In any room. And in between. Now with up to 90 channels. It's easy. It's free. Now available on your iPad, iPhone, computers, and select Android tablets. Connect today.
With our Cox bundle, the football game goes where I go. That's what I call mobility.
Football in the car. Portability.
Watching my game on the go, reading my home voicemail. Paul, your grill is on fire. Oh, no. Randy, can I borrow your hose?
Sure.
C'est maturité, Randy.
With the Cox bundle, you get everything you want at a price you'll love. Cox Advanced TV, home phone, and super fast internet. Call now and ask about our new 2-year price guarantee. It's our best offer ever.
Friday Night Live on Cox Kansas 22 is brought to you by Mel Hamilton Ford, a proud sponsor of high school athletics. Alongside Brian Petrata on the sidelines, Mike Mann's in the booth. I'm Mark Ewing. Glad to have you with us on the Cox Communications cable system and Cox Kansas 22. Our look at some of the great fans here. The student body of Shawnee Heights celebrating homecoming here, and their team hanging with Topeka High, trailing 18-0. But the headline right now is that Shawnee Heights has kept Topeka High out of the end zone on 5 consecutive possessions. If they can translate that themselves to an offensive score, Who knows what can happen? And there's the ball on the turf again. Grabowskis almost found a receiver downfield. Pass was incomplete. But once again, ball put on the ground.
You know, and we talked during the break. You and I looked over. We were talking to some of the Shawnee Heights folks up in the press box. Don't turn the ball over. Don't turn the ball over. And Coach Swift, I think, is going to call a timeout here because it's like, hey, look, guys, come on. What do you say? We got a Topeka High guy.
Yeah, we got a Topeka High player. That's Khalil Austin. Austin looks like he's hurt. Probably some cramps.
Yep.
I'm hoping those cramps. Oh my gosh!
You ever done that during the nighttime?
Oh yeah,
you got to stretch out.
You feel like you're just
ouch.
Well, we had a lot of cramping in the first game, but the temperatures were a lot higher. So this is a kind of a rare occasion in what is week number 4. I wanted to mention in regard to Shawnee Heights while they stretch Khalil Austin out is that the team that played for Jason Swift last year, they graduated 8 players who are all on college teams, including Braden Werner, who was a Shrine Bowl star playing for Washburn. Michael Moten with the Fort Scott. Dakota Weaver was a kicker, now at Emporia State. Austin Smith, Colorado School of Mines. And I'll mention them quickly. R.J. Jones, Stephen Bell, Armando Cruz, Jacob, I think it's Yaws, who's at Fort Scott. Yeah. All those guys are playing college ball. That's really a credit to the Shawnee Heights program.
Certainly is.
But you lose 8 college players, then you got some rebuilding to do. And here we are in week 4. And a lot of these young men in red tonight are getting their feet wet in the starting role.
You know, it feels like maybe some momentum has gone towards Shawnee Heights here. If they could stick one in the end zone, it certainly would.
Second down 10. Pass play. Slant pattern. 20 down to the 15. And the 15-yard line is going to be a first down. And that slant pattern caught by Colt Kennedy was run to perfection.
Kennedy comes from a real athletic family. I think I told you earlier his sister plays softball for the University of Kansas. Nice slant pattern. Good job by the other receiver taking the free safety on out of there. Got Beatty out of the play. Beatty did come back and make part of that tackle.
So first down and 10 as Shawnee Heights is once again in the red zone. This is the 3rd time the T-Birds have gotten to this point, have come up empty, have missed a couple of field goals, missed one field goal, turned the ball over on a fumble. And there's Barksdale. Still on his feet, 15-yard line, driving forward. Actually might have lost a yard on the play. As over to make the play was Zerul Katina. And this time you get to take a look as the play comes right at you.
And watch Austin. Again, I told you he doesn't miss many tackles. He's not going to miss this one. Austin, he plays his position at linebacker. Keep the guy there. He knows he's got somebody coming up to help. Nice job by the linebacker and good fill by the rest of the guys from Topeka High defensively.
I mentioned that Jovan Hall had made the first contact. Also in there, Jerron Caraway as they settle up here. Second down and 12. Actually a loss of 2 yards. Looking for a receiver. There was contact to the 5 and going to be defensive interference. Pass was intended downfield for Austin Hubert, who looked back to the quarterback, and Austin Brooks just ran right into him.
Yeah, I think Dante Brooks is going to get whistled for this one because it is a pass interference call against Topeka High. And so now here we go. Let's take a look at it. Little cross pattern. Nice. Looked off the defensive man on one side, came back to the other side. And Dante Brooks there, a little crashing together, the two guys before the ball got there. And I think that's going to be the call. And that's what it is. It's going to give Shawnee Heights great field position.
So Rod Hazenbank and Luke Kaufman, Luke Kaufman's the offensive coordinator. Rod Hazenbank is the defensive coordinator. He's up in the booth for Topeka High. As the Trojans are put defensively in a position right now trying to keep Shawnee Heights from scoring. And part of the drama is throwing a shutout. 11:15 to go here. Topeka High would love to shut out a team here. There's Wheatley back in the ball game. He's the quarterback. There's Barksdale. Wheatley's going to keep it down to the 7-yard line. And that time was not the best run zone read because they kind of went shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, the mesh was not good between the running back and the quarterback. I'm not sure Wheatley had made a decision yet. Watch the mesh on this. It's not a good mesh. They run pretty much into each other. Do you want it? Should I keep it? Do you want it? Should I keep? Well, by that time, look at the penetration by the guys in white. Not good.
So what's happening there is Wheatley is looking at the defensive end.
Exactly, trying to decide
see if the defensive end is coming up toward him or down the field, and that's a young quarterback kind of trying to figure it out here.
Sophomore.
Second down and 2, third down and 2, ball at the 8-yard line. Is he a sophomore? Wheatley, 5-yard line. Wheatley down to the 3, first down and goal for Shawnee Heights.
Wheatley is a junior, but nice job by Wheatley. We talked in the early part of the third quarter that we thought that was a good idea for that. Let Wheatley do that read. Let him run. He's the best running quarterback they have. Let him make the read. After not such a good of a mesh last time with Barksdale, they made a great read this time. It opened up, and look at Shawnee Heights now.
I mean, look at Wheatley. He's the running quarterback, and he's made several plays where you think he's down, and he's kind of sprung forward for a couple more. Meanwhile, Topeka High trying to keep Shawnee Heights out of the end zone. Trojans want to throw a shutout here. And Shawnee Heights is knocking at the door here. First down and goal at the 3-yard line. Here's Wheatley. Wheatley gives to Barksdale toward the end zone. It's the end touchdown. Barksdale scores from 3 yards out, and Shawnee Heights is on the scoreboard.
Oh, hard running by Tony Barksdale. This is not put me out in open field. This is let's mow them down. We know the snap count, and we're coming through. Hey, diddle, diddle, I'm coming up the middle. And that's exactly what they did.
That's what they used to say in your day. Hey, diddle, diddle. I think that was a nursery rhyme from the 60s when you were going to high school. We modernized that saying by the time I got there. 18-6 ball game, extra point coming. They're actually going to go for 2. That's obviously smart players. Wheatley looking to convert 2 here. Has a receiver's caught. 2-point conversion is good. As on the catch is Dayton Pomeroy, and give him 8. Shawnee Heights now down 10, 18-8, and even 10 minutes to go. 2-point conversion is good. And here comes Shawnee Heights, which took this football over in a long, long drive and scored not only the 6, but the 2-pointer to complete it.
The best the best running quarterback with the best pass.
You're watching Friday Night Live on Cox, Kansas 22.
Now, come on, Phyllis. You're just picking a kicker, not your next husband.
Paul, what's going on?
Mom's having her fantasy football draft.
Ooh, why aren't you doing that at your house, Rita?
Well, my Wi-Fi isn't as fast as yours because I don't have Cox high-speed internet. Yeah. That's your offense, Phyllis? You're going to score less than Paul did in college.
Switch to Cox high-speed internet. Get 50% off for 6 months with internet speeds up to 16 times faster than basic DSL, starting as low as $19.99 a month.
Hey, Randy, I left a voicemail on your home phone.
Yeah, I was at the gym.
Well, if you had Cox digital telephone, you get your voicemail sent as emails like I do.
Really?
And you save $10 a month so you can get cool stuff like this.
You do know your team is going down today. Shh. Paul, get your phone finger off my face.
Sorry.
It's okay.
We're number 1!
Add Cox digital telephone for just $9.99 a month and get free DVR service or a high-speed internet upgrade for 6 months. Switch to Cox today.
The hometown T-Birds with plenty to cheer about. 18-8 ball game. Shawnee Heights with a 67-yard touchdown drive and the 2-point conversion, and Barksdale led the charge.
Barksdale, they got that helmet pretty tight. Keep that tight, partner, because the way you're running in the middle right now, you're going to need that lid on. Nice job by Barksdale, man. Right up the middle, right off right guard, taking it 3 yards for the touchdown.
He only had 80 yards rushing in 3 games, mostly because of injuries, and very close to 100 yards tonight. Topeka High is going to have a kick return. Shawnee Heights trying to cover it, and still on his feet. That's Khalil Austin. Austin, a block on the far sideline, almost gets to midfield, and that was a head knocker. The Topeka High fans react to it.
Jesse,
wow, what a hit that one
Aylesworth. If we've got that on tape, watch Jesse Aylesworth. Now, he's a linebacker. He played linebacker last year. Watch him come across and throw this block. Okay, running back's coming. Here comes Aylesworth, and it's about right now. Oh, man. Knocked him off his feet.
That was...
wow.
He was fortunate they got the helmet in front. That was a... wow. That
vicious hit.
I'm not sure I like that the way I saw it. Here's her racking up the yards. Wow. Beatty, Nielsen, Tillman, Williams. Givens even has a carry. And there's Beatty. Beatty from his own 39 gets forward to the 43-yard line. And this is a challenge here for Topeka High, which had this game under control. First 3 possessions of the game, 18-0 ball game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and Topeka High is stuck on 18. And that's how you end a ball game. You get it to your running backs, like Beatty, Nielsen, Tillman, Williams, and Givens, and you just start eating up the clock.
Topeka High played second game of the year. They played Hayden. They were down at halftime, and they just gave the ball to Beatty and said, win the game. Win the game, quarterback. Run the quarterback read, quarterback draw, whatever you want to call it. Win the game. And he had runs of 55 and 60 yards, and High came back and won it. Will they do that now? I don't know.
2nd down 6, ball marked to the 44. Play action. Beatty is a receiver, and he's got it. 30, 25, 20. Sprint to the end zone, and that's a second touchdown catch. Dante Brooks on the sprint out from the quarterback, Alec Beatty, perfectly hit in stride, and it did not take long for the Trojans to answer the Shawnee Heights touchdown.
T-Birds biting on the play action, worrying about Beatty running again, and they'll bite on this play action to Tillman. Oh, wow, look at this. Look at Brooks. He is into the secondary, 5 yards ahead of anybody else, and Wheatley's the guy who got beat that time.
So that's the second touchdown catch for Dante Brooks. Second touchdown throw from the quarterback, Alec Beatty.
Yeah, he's only a sophomore, is Dante Brooks.
And boy, he looked to follow the defenders downfield. Meanwhile, extra points. Been a bit of an event for Topeka High.
Yes.
In the point after, Stefano Pizzino is in the ball game. This time it's going to be blocked. So Topeka High will score 4 touchdowns, is 0 for 3 on point afters, and 0 for 1 on a 2-point conversion. It's 24-10.
Yeah, Pizzino.
24-8, actually, as we're going to head to break here. Under 9 minutes to go. This is the touchdown catch from Dante Brooks, who got behind the Shawnee Heights defense, and another long home run pass from the quarterback, Alec Beatty. It's 24-8, Topeka High in front.
Hey, Marcus. Guess I just got AT&T. Jealous much?
Nah, I have Cox, so it's the fastest internet.
Actually, Marcus, AT&T has the fastest internet.
What?
It's the Flarflast Impernant. I mean, the flabbest.
What'd you just call me?
Only Cox can say they have the fastest internet.
It's the Furder Merperder.
Whatever, dude.
Discover all the things only Cox can say.
Cox is football, and you're looking at football's biggest fan. I settle family disputes? Oh, tails you lose. A coin toss. Yeah. I watch more games than a referee, and I never miss a college game.
Cox has over 700 pro and college games this season, plus more games than ever before online and on your mobile device. Just $39.99 for the entire NFL Red Zone season.
I have an autograph book just for groundskeepers.
Cox is football! According to the stats that I had coming into the ball game, Brooks had 4 catches for 69 yards. And tonight he's had 2 touchdown catches. The first one was for 65, the last one for 57.
Wow.
Stats may not quite be right, but 4 catches, 146 yards, 2 touchdowns, 64 yards for the long one, and he looks like he's ready to go for another one.
Nice night. This is nice night's work, huh? Nice nights.
But boy,
sophomore.
Defensively, the lesson learned there. Boy, that play action just killing Shawnee Heights. And they just had a chance to turn the corner. And Topeka High comes up with just a home run shot. And on the ensuing kickoff, here comes Shawnee Heights. 20-yard line, still on his feet, 25, forward to the 26-yard line. On the stop for Topeka High School was Bill Keys.
Keys normally a defensive end, but playing linebacker tonight for Topeka High because the starting linebacker, Gibbons, got hurt, broke a bone in his foot in the last game against Topeka West.
We saw evidence of how explosive Topeka High can be, and then you saw evidence that Shawnee Heights can put together a long drive when needed to. On back-to-back possessions, 24-8 ball game inside 9 minutes to go in week number 4 of Friday Night Live.
Got to do it again if you're Shawnee Heights.
There's Taman Graboskas in the ball game. Pass play right near us. Malik Stanley with a catch, 31-yard line. Shawnee Heights looks so much better in the third quarter than they did the first quarter. Just really shows you evidence of a team just trying to get older.
Just a different team, you know, not snapping the ball on the ground, rolling back to the quarterback anymore, and getting good long snaps out of the shotgun. And Graboskas has a great arm. I think you're looking to try to stretch the field here a little bit if you're the T-Birds.
8 consecutive playoff appearances under Coach Jason Swift. Here's Graboskas looking downfield. Has a receiver pass knocked away. Nicely defended by Khalil Austin. Austin downfield just tipped that ball away. But there is a flag down. There's a flag down at the 33-yard line thrown toward the direction of the Shawnee Heights offensive line, and it is indeed going to be a hold. A holding call as the quarterback, Teeman Grabowskis, walks along Swift. We were talking about the playoff appearances, 8 consecutive under Jason Swift. Only Andover Central and Bishop Carroll have longer streaks of making the playoffs in Class 5A. During that 8-year run, how it's kind of strange because Heights finished with a winning record only 3 times during those years. In 2006 to 08, they went 6-4. Shawnee Heights during that time frame is 44-51 since the beginning of the 2004 season. Last won a league title in 2004. And if you follow Centennial League football, as Grabowskis finds his receiver coming across the field, 35-40, 45-yard line, 47. Hard run and nice catch by Austin Hubert as they make the play, and nicely done.
I love to see a receiver do this at the end of the run. He's not going to just go out of bounds, let some guy push him. Lower your shoulder, pick up a couple of yards. That-a-way, Hubert. Oh, I love that kind of football. I'm not going out of bounds. I'll run right over Alec Beatty if I have to. Nice job.
All of a sudden, this Austin Hubert's had quite a half here.
Hubert and Kennedy are.
Grabowskis looks for a receiver. Downfield, pass is incomplete. For a moment, Malik Stanley was on the sprint, but Topeka High's Jovan Hall, who was about a step behind, just turned on the afterburners and just was stride for stride downfield.
Yeah,
nice coverage downfield.
Hall's a good defensive back. You know, he was maybe beaten a little bit early, but was able to use that speed and catch up. And he knows he's inside. Pass a little bit overthrown. Stanley's got to run, too. I mean, don't slow down. It's a quarterback's job to get you the ball. Don't slow down.
2nd down and 10, 48-yard line. Grabowskis, catch is made to the 48, now the 45-yard line. First down markers of the 42, 3 yards shy of the first down. But a nice little out by Malik Stanley. If Shawnee Heights can put this little pass and catch game together, short yardage, get to the line of scrimmage, that's what they want to do.
Do this, run that short pass thing, then give the ball to Barksdale and let him go. Get him into space.
There's the homecoming queen, or at least one of the candidates.
Yep. One of the candidates there
tonight.
One of the
candidates. 46-yard line, 3rd down and 4, 45-yard line. Grabowskis wants it all. Has a result. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Austin Hubert. Hubert's just having a field day down there.
Turned the receiver around. The receiver looked over his left shoulder, then turned around and looked over his right shoulder. I think that might have been, was that Kennedy or was that Hubert? I think you're right. That was Hubert. They turned him around. He looked over this shoulder, turned around and looked over this shoulder. By that time, the ball was to him and over him.
Hubert, again, part of that championship 4x4 relay team.
Yeah, they got
3 of the
speed.
members on the team. So Hubert, Shawnee Heights has some wheels if they can create some space. 4th down play here and 4. Going for it all again. 20-yard catch is made. 10, 5, down to the 4-yard line. And that's a 41-yard pass play. This time, Colt Kennedy, the other receiver downfield. And 1st and goal, the T-Birds are in business.
Wow, what a route by Kennedy. Kennedy comes off of the line just a little bit slow, like, okay, I'm not going to go. Man, turn it on now. And he's 2 steps ahead of the defender there. Nice job by Kennedy, and a good job of staying with it for Thornton there to catch up and bring him down before he took it to the house.
Well, it's amazing what confidence will do for you. And they acted like they've done that the entire game, and they have converted that play a couple of times.
Now, Kennedy and Hubert are good receivers, maybe 2 of the better in the city.
7:20 to go, plenty of time to put some more points up for Shawnee Heights. Grabowskis, the quarterback in the ball game, fakes it to Barksdale, now rolls out. Looking down the end zone, passes incomplete. It was intended, looked like for the tight end, who's Dayton Pomeroy, and just thrown out of reach.
Little crossing pattern for Pomeroy that time, but Grabowskis got flushed out of the pocket, was rolling to his right, and was not able to, get any kind of pass off to try to get it to Pomeroy in the end zone.
What do you think of the 2 quarterbacks so far? Wheatley and Grabowskis, they've kind of been what Coach Swift told us they do.
I've been pretty impressed with Wheatley's running on that quarterback read, and Grabowskis has a cannon, all right. He can throw it.
2nd down and 5. Actually, we should be 2nd down and goal. It is 2nd down and goal. Ball's at the 5-yard line. Shawnee Heights trying to find the end zone. Quick pass, here's Barksdale. 5, 4, 3, trying to find the pylon. Did he get in or did he not? The line judge will mark it at the 1 yard line. As you could see, Barksdale, after the catch, he was just trying to find that pylon. Couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, got to turn the jets on. Boy, made that corner turn fast. Barksdale, I don't know what he runs, but he's fast. A nice job there. Had the wide receiver on that far side, stayed with his block just a little bit longer. I think Barksdale would have got it into the end zone. Looked like Colt Kennedy, had he stayed with his block just a little longer, Barksdale would have been in there for 6.
Here's Wheatley. Wheatley is in the ball game. The ball's on the ground. Wheatley picks it up, doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage to the 4, and he's got to be like a shortstop. Goes down and puts his mitt down. He's fortunate that he got to the ball.
We just said a minute ago, well, they're not doing that, and now you get down in the deep red zone where you're about to score another touchdown, and somebody dribbles one back to the quarterback. You cannot, long snappers got to get that ball back to the quarterback. Coach Swift. Yeah, Coach Swift.
Yeah, he's being, no reason to be upset about it. You've said all you can do about it. You
can't do anything now.
That's one of those items you put on the headliner for practice next week. You got to figure that out. And it seems to happen when they have the change of quarterbacks.
It does. It certainly does.
4th down here. Shawnee Heights trying to find the end zone. There's Barksdale, and Barksdale's going to get wrapped up, brought down, and it's Trojans football. Topeka High will keep Shawnee Heights out of the end zone, and Shawnee Heights made it all the way down to the 1 yard line. It will turn over on downs.
Mike McCoy wears number 5 for Topeka High, and I think partly it's him. There's, first of all, Bill Keys is there, and here comes McCoy. Will not let loose of him. Grabbed him by his ankle. He knows you don't want to let Barksdale get a change of field on you, get around the other side. So nice job by McCoy, just hanging on there till his buddies came up to help him.
So defense playing hard for Topeka High School. Mike McCoy, along with his fellow linemen Caraway, Kutina, Nielsen.
McCoy is another sophomore too. I mean, Topeka High, the cupboard will not be bare for a few years here for the Trojans.
So 24-8, there is time on the field. With Cox Advanced TV, you can watch this game in high definition. Only customers with a digital receiver and HD service can view Cox Kansas 2022. Call 1-888 to get more to find out how Cox Kansas 22 can be watched in high definition.
3 times in the red zone, Mark. 2 times in the first half of play, and now another time down inside the 5 yard line and not able to score. And
take a look at what the water boy activities. You think it's easy out there that we just met the water boys? The 55 is down.
Doggone it.
55's down. The Gatorade comes down, and he looks for his friends. And look at 70.
No, he's just getting. Yeah,
he's just trying to get up.
I'm out.
He's doing the best he can. Yeah. Darn it.
It's tough being a water boy.
Jones. And he's got his name on the back. So everybody in the whole audience knows exactly what the name of the kid is that just spilled the water.
Oh, jeez.
6:11 to go here. Shawnee Heights defensively.
Shawnee Heights has been so good defensively against the run here in the second half. Tillman, maybe a yard. Again, I'm not sure what changes Coach Swift made. Maybe they moved the gaps over a little bit or did something with the line. Certainly he's told them stay home defensively. Don't go chasing. Again, to Topeka High here with a 2nd down and 9.
Here's Beatty, gives to the tailback. And the tailback moves forward. That's Nielsen.
Yeah, and again, what, a yard or two maybe? Shawnee Heights defense is swarming to the ball right now. Now, you got to watch out now when you do this kind of stuff for Tillman to play action and throw it right down the middle again. Or excuse me, for Beatty to throw it right down the middle. And one of his favorite targets is Tillman, and he's not caught a pass yet tonight that I remember.
3rd down play coming up. Shawnee Heights got a chance to get the football right back. The number 17 from the sideline. Play's going to come on calling in. And so far,
Brooks is lined up as a tight end on this near side this time.
Split backs. Running back's going to get it. 10-yard line, 15-yard line. He has to get to the 20-yard line to get the first down. And he's going to come up well short of it, 5 yards short, in fact, as a 4th down play comes up for Topeka High. Trojans electing to run the ball that time. Inside 5 minutes to go. And didn't come up with a first down. Gardenhire, nice stop.
Yeah, Gardenhire comes up from his free safety position red run the entire way, and with a nice job, and will force Topeka High to kick from close to their own end zone as DeMacius Nielsen does the punting for Topeka High.
In fact, Nielsen is the punter tonight. Topeka High's used Khalil Austin in that point as well. DeMacius
there you go.
is also a kicker. And nice boot. Return coming, midfield. Picked it up, 45. There's Ballantyne, 40, 35-yard line. Flags fly. Flags thrown, actually not behind the protection, but towards Topeka High. I think the penalty will likely be on Shawnee Heights, but we will wait and see. While they sort that out, let's talk about the Centennial League a little bit. 10 high schools as we are coming across the state of Kansas. If you're not familiar with the Centennial League, there's 7 of them that are in Topeka.
Right.
As the play comes, it's going to be in Shawnee Heights, the penalty. And then you throw in Manhattan, got Junction City and Emporia, and you've got an outstanding competitive group for football, basketball, baseball. They also play tennis, wrestling, swimming, diving, track, cross country, bowling, volleyball, softball, gymnastics. Its 10 members include 6A, 5A, 4A schools in terms of enrollment size. And if you look at the list of state champions in those various sports, Centennial League's quite represented quite well. If you follow Topeka and the teams that battle against one another, as a first down play coming at the 44-yard line. Grabowskis, nice defense. Pass knocked away defensively by Jesse Ellsworth. These young people have played against one another since they were in the little leagues of all kinds of sports, football, and so they're very familiar with one another. So when they play again during the football season, quite often they've already played during elementary school and junior high, and then they meet again in the high school ranks, and it's kind of a continual thing all the way up. Second down 10, pass was incomplete, 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Grabowskis under pressure is going to be sacked right down at the 40-yard line. And it looked like Tillman got in there, and Tillman, does he get credited for the sack? He was on his back and just kind of reached back and pulled down the quarterback, Grabowskis.
I think DeMacius Nielsen was the guy who caused all that havoc, wearing number 28 for the Trojans, shoots a gap, gets into the backfield, grabs Grabowskis by one hand here, and then is able to knock him down. Tillman was also there. Bill Keys, number 44, was coming up to make sure he was down.
Pass play from Grabowskis, roll out, looking for a receiver. The receiver was Malik Stanley. He was in bounds, but pass is incomplete. He needed to get up to the 46. He was out of bounds at the 49. Had he even caught the ball, he would have been 3 yards shy of the first down.
Coach Swift giving Grabowskis instructions here on what he wants on this 4th down play. Got to go for it. Time's running out. You're in your own territory, but you got to pick up this 13, 14 yards here.
1 win, 2 losses for Shawnee Heights, regardless of what happened tonight. You got to feel like the T-Birds took a step forward.
Certainly, Mark.
With the way they played. Barksdale, pass is going to be incomplete. Just the little things.
Little things like that is, and Grabowskis didn't have to hurry that pass because it looked like Barksdale was leaking out into the flat just to receive the pass and to get him into open field, let him do what he can do. And the pass is incomplete. Now a punting situation for the T-Birds late here in the game.
Well, it's tough to play a perfect game, and Swift will certainly point out to his kids the missed snaps and just the little things, the overthrows and those.
Well, and Grabowskis knew he had Barksdale out there wide open.
Right. But I guess the point being, Mike, just correctable errors. Correctable, easily, just kind of minor tweaks. In high school football, you only get to practice about 20 hours a week, and that's not a lot.
It's not.
And so when you got young teams, it takes a while to make the adjustments and look like you do. And Shawnee Heights has a huge reputation for being really good in weeks 7, 8, and 9, year in and year out, when district play comes around. And if you're a high school football coach, you can lose a lot of football games, take little strides forward, and find yourself in the postseason. That's just the way it works.
That's when you want to win, is those last 3 weeks of the year. You want to get into district play and win and have a chance to advance into postseason play.
Meanwhile, Topeka High would share the Centennial League title a year ago, as there's Williams, far sideline. There's a flag down, 20-yard line. In fact, the flag was thrown well away from the play, but got to see the wheels and the speed of the young man, Matthew Williams, future running back, Topeka High, just a sophomore.
Just, another one of those running backs that you can give the ball to and let him get into space, holding against Topeka High, or take that run by Matthews back. He's he's fun to watch, and I know Coach Alexander likes him a lot. was really good. Matthew Williams really good in the weight room this year. Only a sophomore. You know, it's not like, are we going to go to the weight room in the summer? It's, I'll meet you in the weight room in the summer. It's not, there's no choice of whether you're going to go or not. I'll see you in the weight room.
But it sounds like they like it. They enjoy it. It's not such a chore. And now it's gotten to the point where the Topeka High kids like to be there. It's
Shawnee Heights
it's special. Special to be in the weight room, getting strong. Second down play here.
Shawnee Heights just called a timeout.
T-Bird's called timeout. I'm sure they want to get a lot of people playing in the ball game. That's part of it. But the other part is they want to be set up. Well, the MIAA football also comes to Topeka tomorrow. Hope you're watching on Cox Kansas 22 as the Broncos of Central Oklahoma travel into Moore Bull at Yeager Stadium to take on the Washburn Ichabods. Ichabods right now are ranked number 18 in the country. They are 3-0. Central Oklahoma is winless, but a year ago, Central Oklahoma was knocked off a Washburn team that's then ranked number 9 in the country.
Well, I tell you what, Washburn looked good last time I saw them. They have Kobeman, who graduated right here from Shawnee Heights as a wide receiver. The Bueller kid, whose dad now is the head coach at Washburn Rural, he's their quarterback. They have a stable of running backs that are so good. Bueller spreads the ball around. That ought to be a lot of fun. It's family day at Washburn University on Saturday. I think kickoff's like 2:37, I believe it is.
So we look forward to having you on Cox Kansas 22. Watch it 2022 in HD. So we'll stay in Topeka for another day. Handoff up the middle, 41-yard line. Did a nice job of running. Did you see him protect the ball that time? He said, as long as I have the ball here, protect it. And that's a smart play right there. Trying to avoid the fumble.
Topeka can now just use the running game that they like to use, and just run the time off this clock and get out of Lester Wetter Field with a W. And not an easy W either for Topeka High tonight. And Beatty threw 2 interceptions tonight, something unusual for the junior quarterback.
Yeah, Topeka High will have a lot of other things to work on. They played against a pretty worthy opponent tonight. Shawnee Heights showed some things that Topeka High will have to work on. Third down play here coming. Offset backs. Receiver to the near side. He's going to pass it. And there's a receiver. Catch is made. 20-yard line. And that was easily done. Nielsen got through the defense. Just a little pass and catch game. And was that an incomplete pass?
Yeah, that was a nice shot by Corey. Watch Corey Ballantyne come up and dislodge the ball. DeMacius Nielsen makes a catch. Boom!
Oh, my goodness.
Gone.
What a hit.
Nice legal hit. Corey Ballantyne with a great hit on DeMacius Nielsen. Nielsen couldn't hang on. Pass incomplete. Another timeout.
Boy, excuse me. It looked like Nielsen just was going to snag that ball.
Yeah.
And that almost looked like could have been maybe one more step could have been a fumble.
Yeah.
He nearly had that secured, but a fourth down play coming up. Topeka High, by the way, hosts Topeka Seaman next Friday. That'll be a pretty good ball game. Shawnee Heights is at Washburn Rural.
Another good game.
Washburn Rural has a new coach.
Yep, Steve Bueller.
And whose son is actually the starting quarterback of Washburn. Just a small world you live in.
Yes.
The punt bounces at the end line and back and through. So that's coming up. That's the opponent for the next 2 teams. Every week in the Centennial League, you have no time to worry about it if you win or lose, because next week's ball game is going to test you. There are no weak links in the Centennial League.
You know, you got like you were talking about the 7 schools here, and you got Emporia is really good this year. Junction City is maybe a step down, but Manhattan is loaded again this year as well.
And Shawnee Heights kind of becomes the team every year that if the league title is being decided, no one wants to go play Shawnee Heights.
No, you don't want to come here.
Shawnee Heights is the spoiler. And Topeka High would love to win the league title outright. A chance here to go 4-0. 1 minute 46 to go in the ball game. Pass play, catch is made. And on the ladder to Barksdale. 35-40. Knocked out of bounds. 43 line hook and ladder. That's a little piece. That's what I like.
Tillman's going to get called. I think they're going to add 15 onto this. Tillman, I think, hit Barksdale out of bounds. He came over to knock him out of bounds, but I think Tillman's going to get whistled for this one. It's going to be a personal foul against the big guys to put 15. This hook and ladder. When have you seen this? Is this good? Little button hook.
I haven't seen it run this well.
Yeah, a little button hook. Here comes the button hook. Okay, here comes Barksdale. Nice job. Now watch Tillman. Is he late? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was already.
Oh, yeah. Good job by the camera guys down there. That was an excellent view of that.
Yeah, good job by the officials, too. You got to protect your players. It's been a huge emphasis from the pros on down. And
Tillman does that right in front of the – it's not the smartest place to make that play. Yeah, right in front of the Shawnee Heights bench.
The T-Birds let him know about that.
I'm sure they
First down 10, ball at the 43-yard line. Maybe Shawnee Heights can get on the scoreboard again. Here's Grabowskis downfield, has a receiver, the catch is made, 10-5, touchdown on a 43-yard reception. The catch is made by Austin Hubert. That play has been open all night long, and Shawnee Heights cashes in as they're up to down 24-14 now.
Beatty is the guy who got beat there, but he looked back at Javon Hall, the other defensive back, and said, you know, what were you doing? I don't know whether there was a mix-up in the defensive scheme in the backfield for Topeka High, but I tell you, nobody was more wide open that time than Austin Hubert. Wow.
Two-point conversion is going to come up here, Grabowskis.
That was so wide open.
That was a nice play.
I don't know whether Hall was supposed to take that receiver on a one-on-one, and Beatty was roaming as a free safety, but Beatty was out of the play too. That was a perfect pass and an easy touchdown.
Well, let's see what happens on the two-point conversion here. Grabowskis, inside handoff. Now comes that pitch option. Barksdale, 5-yard line, puts it on the ground, and the two-point conversion we miss. Well, that had a little creativeness as well. As we take a look at the touchdown pass one more time, is sprinting downfield Austin Hubert, who's had the long ball thrown his way a few times this game.
Okay, there's Beatty right there, and Beatty was like 6 or 7 yards away. Where was Javon Hall, number 1? Because he's a free safety as well on that side. There's Javon Hall back up there. I don't know whether Beatty thought he was going to take Hubert and whatever. I mean, whatever, it doesn't matter, because that was an excellent play and a good catch by Hubert, and he just took it in the end zone.
Well, for what it's worth, it was 18-0 at halftime, and that means that Shawnee Heights has outscored Topeka High 14-6 during the second half. And have shown some versatility and some home run shots with some excitement for us. And take a look at the play that set things up here.
Looking ladder. Here goes. Yep. Kennedy Colt just pitches it right back to Tony Barksdale, and then of course the hit by Austin Tillman out of bounds and gave another 15 yards and a personal foul. Grabowskis, a nice pass that time too. Quarterback, he stood in the pocket because he had some pressure on him and got that pass away to Hubert for the touchdown.
So Shawnee Heights 1-2 on the year. Topeka High 3-0, trying to win their fourth. Shawnee Heights.
A little onside here, Mark, you think?
When people hear this score, they'll at least raise a few eyebrows. According to the computer, I don't think it's Mike Mann's computer, but he refers to the computer.
No, it's not mine.
The underdogs, and Shawnee Heights was a 49-point under. There's the onside kick. It's loose, and the flag is down. It's going to be offsides on Shawnee Heights. Shawnee Heights was...
Well, they had one guy lined up to kick it. Another guy came in from the opposite side and kicked it, but I think somebody went offsides.
We got Brian Petrano on the sideline. Brian, I'm envious. You've had such a great night. We're waiting for it to snow and the sleet and all the things
rain,
that you get to.
Hail.
You may be waiting for that. I'm not ready for that yet, I can assure you. But that touchdown from Shawnee Heights a moment ago reminds me of the Reading for Touchdowns program here at Shawnee Heights. It's a great program that's set up. The kids here on the football team every Friday, they'll put on their jersey, about 15 to 20 of them, go out to the elementary schools around the area, and they'll have a book provided to them by the teacher. They'll read that book to the students. It's been a wonderful way for these athletes to connect with the younger students in town. It builds that community relationship that we've talked about so much tonight.
Well, what a great program as another flag flies, and Shawnee Heights is going to be offside 5 more yards. But Jeff Lowthery and march it back. Let's talk about the reading program. When you're trying to build a program and you send your high school football players into the elementary schools with their uniforms on, how impressive that is. Don't you think those young guys are thinking?
Yeah, if I'm a 4th grader, I'm coming to the game tonight and I'm going, oh yeah, man, number 1 read to me today. That was so cool to have him in my school. And some of the times the kids stay around, high school kids stay around, throw the football around a little bit.
Probably those young guys.
Yeah, it could be those guys right there.
We're having fun with water tonight.
Oh, yeah,
you give kids water bottles, you never know what you're going to run into. 1:33 to go, 24-14. Now we're just going to kick it away in a manner. And this is a short field. Look out. Midfield, 45-40, and it's Williams. 25-15, kickoff return for a touchdown. Touchdown Trojans, and after all that, Topeka High rolls up 6 more, and they've hit 30.
What did we tell you about number 22? Against Topeka West, he had a 90-yard kickoff return to begin the 3rd quarter, and he has speed. Watch him turn the Jets on here. Big hop, picks it up. Looked like they're going to try to set a wedge up the middle. Once he's right there, goodbye, turning it on. Valentine giving a little bit of a chase there, but not enough.
Well, Matthew Williams got a couple of carries. Coming into the ball game, he had only 11 carries for 52 yards. And, boy, that's almost unfortunate in a lot of ways. Had a short field and a pooch kick and tried to get a couple of onside kicks. And 30-14 now it looks like a kind of a dominating win for Topeka High.
Well, they've got this kind of a breakaway speed Topeka High does. Now, they're not the fastest team in the state, don't get me wrong, but there's some guys on here who can run 4.5s, and one of them is right there taking it to the house.
Now, Coach Alexander says his guys are not Olympic speed.
No.
But they're high caliber, and he knows he's got good athletes. The thing about when you have good athletes is you've got to create space for those kind of athletes, and then a lot of teams have gone to that spread offense.
Mike, think about blocking too.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody up front there blocking on that kickoff return. Somebody threw blocks. He didn't do that all by himself.
Well, think about high school football 10 years ago, and you and I, Mike, have watched high school football in Kansas for way longer than we want to admit. But the teams were trying to gear themselves up for November, which is it's cold weather, winds are high. You got to be able to run the football. And then the last few summers, Acacia did a great thing allowing those 7-on-7 camps.
Yeah.
They're all over. You see a bunch of them. Pittsburgh State has one. There's one in Derby is terrific.
Washburn University has one.
These young athletes are able to go to these 7-on-7 camps, and they learn how to pass the ball. They're running the pro-style spread offenses, and even if they don't actually run those in their own high schools, it's really developed the throwing game. And also another thing has happened in the state of Kansas, and that they've gone from the grass, which this is kind of actually rare here. They've gone to turf. So what happens when it gets to November, when it used to be pretty sloppy and things would slow down a little bit and you had to have a big offensive line and a lot of running, now you can have a little finesse. You can win ball games with finesse football in the state of Kansas. And this is a modern transition. This has only happened really, in my mind, during the last 5 to 8 years has this happened.
You see a lot more spread offense, too.
Well, Shawnee Heights can the answer here. Barksdale's going to get a return, 15-yard line up to the 20-yard line, 25. Moves inside to the 30-yard line. First down and 10. Shawnee Heights will take it at the 30-yard line. Minute 20 to go. Shawnee Heights, which got to the red zone a couple of occasions and turned the ball over and just couldn't get it in, have put together a couple of really long drives.
Nice drives.
And, boy, 67-yarder for a touchdown. And then we just saw that Austin Hubert pass, long one for the touchdown. So they've got a lot of things to hang their hat on to the T-Birds.
Now, I think Jason Swift will say we grew up some in this game against a really talented Topeka High team.
And I think Topeka High, as we have first down and 10 here, minute 20 to go in the ball game. Grabowskis is in the ball game. Topeka High is learning how to be the team with a target on their back. This is a new experience for the Trojans. Grabowskis downfield, incomplete. Pass was intended for Colt Kennedy. He was surrounded by 3 Topeka High Trojans. They came up with an incomplete, but Topeka High all these years, they've been the underdog. They've come in and trying to upset teams. Well, now they're the favorite team. They got to learn how to be at a play being the favorite. Play to win rather than not to lose.
Yeah, and I think their offense is a step or two away from being really, really good. I think the defense still needs a little bit of work. And I think you'll talk to Coach Alexander after this game. He'll say that very same thing.
Minute 16 to go. Beautiful night for football here in Topeka. Grabowskis passes incomplete. Having a near shot at it, Jesse Ellsworth, the linebacker, but he just out of his reach, passes incomplete.
Tillman just leveled Grabowskis. I don't know how Grabowskis got up from that. Oh, man. Tillman levels Grabowskis when he lets us go. That's why this pass, watch this, Mark. Here comes Tillman.
Oh, and right under the shoulder pads.
And then drives him into the turf.
Yeah, we've had a couple of just lights out kind of hits from the Trojans. They play violent football. They really do. There's a cute pass there. Colt Kennedy, 50-yard line, still on his feet down to the 47. And
they were looking for the hook and ladder again. Yeah. I really think they were, because Kennedy turned around as if to, where are you? Where are you, Barksdale?
I'm thinking of next week for Shawnee Heights, and you got this 2 quarterback situation. Yeah. And both quarterbacks have kind of had their moments, but you got a decision to make. Do you continue with the 2 quarterback situation, let both quarterbacks play, or gosh, that's a tough call. Kind of what Bill Snyder's going with K-State.
Certainly.
I mean, you got 2 really pretty good quarterbacks. And
see, that pass by Grabowskis was on the numbers, and Austin that's not an easy pass.
That's Hubert again. Caught that long touchdown pass earlier. Finds himself open and holds on to the football.
That's a long pass for a high school quarterback to go to his right, stop, and throw to the other sideline. And, I mean, nice pass by Grabowskis.
They move the chains forward. First down and 10. It's like the chain game's getting a little slow out there.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Come on, guys. Move those things down. 46 seconds to go. Got to finish strong here. Grabowskis looking for a receiver. Has it. Caught at 25. Slips a would-be tackler inside the red zone. 17-yard line. Guess who's back in the red zone again?
Yep.
Shawnee Heights with a pass play. The offense goes in motion down to the 17-yard line. Colt Kennedy on the catch.
I like it. The Kennedy and Hubert are really good receivers.
You got 15, 16, 17.
Yes.
Hubert, Kennedy, Stanley.
Yeah, Malik Stanley's good too.
Certainly capable. Swift, you got to feel pretty good about his team, Jason Swift, after this second half. Pass incomplete. And
maybe
fortunate that it wasn't intercepted. Just the Trojans are closing in.
Maybe just take a little off that pass. You know, he was zipping that thing to Barksdale. It was not very far away. I think probably Tony believes he should have caught that. But man, that pass had some stuff on it.
So for those who follow high school football, it's probably worth reminding you that Topeka High is a Class 6A team. Shawnee Heights is a 5A team. So if you just look at the roster, Topeka High, I'm going to say, has roughly about 70 varsity players, and the Shawnee Heights has about 55. That's about the difference in enrollment, and it's kind of the way it would expect to be. As Grabowskis, boy, threw it on a bullet, nearly picked off. That was Beatty in the end zone. It was intended downfield for the tight end, which is Dayton Pomeroy.
Yeah, well, it's too bad because you had two Shawnee Heights guys at the end zone right about a foot away from each other. So somebody didn't run their pattern right.
Well, Shawnee Heights, talking about getting players out, have 80, including the freshman team. That's a good number for a 5A school.
Very good number.
You got to have numbers to get the program out. There was a time, and I may be wrong about this, I'm trying to test my memory, Topeka High on its varsity, I'm not sure they had 24 players out way back a decade or so ago.
It was hard to even practice.
Pass is complete, 5-yard line, down to the 4-yard line, the goal line. They're trying to get in the end zone. Call timeout, why not?
Yeah, 15 seconds left.
Colt Kennedy, 15 seconds to go. And Shawnee Heights is not going to call timeout. They're going to get their guys to the line of scrimmage, even if Colt Kennedy's limping a little bit. Grabowskis just trying to lead his team back in the end zone again. Single back is Barksdale. Grabowskis throwing a fade route to the corner of the end zone. And it's going to be flags down.
Yeah, Topeka High, I think that Thornton had a hold of the jersey of the Shawnee Heights player. I think that was Kennedy. Yeah, it might have been. He might have grabbed his arm. He had a hold of some part of his body. I saw it in the corner of the end zone. Let's see. Kennedy down on just that fade pattern. Oh, yeah, he grabbed him. Yeah, he grabbed him around the waist and the arm.
Well, if you're going to interfere,
that's
you
right.
might as well
Don't
get
let
your
him
money's
catch
worth.
it. That's right. Pass interference. Yep. Half the distance to the goal line. 7 seconds, Mark.
This is probably the last play. Ball at the 3-yard line.
What was that?
Snap of the ball. Touchdown, Shawnee Heights. And Topeka High barely moved on it. Grabowskis scores the touchdown. And just really a weird play.
Well, yeah, it looked like
the Trojans didn't even move.
Yeah, it looked like nobody came off the line of scrimmage. Like there was a whistle before, and Topeka High didn't even move. Look.
It's called phantom football.
There's nobody,
There you go.
Okay. That's just, what do you say there? And Grabowskis using that 6'2", 200 pounds to get in the end zone.
So Grabowskis scores a touchdown. Shawnee Heights scoring on consecutive possessions. Puts 20 on the scoreboard.
Oh, Coach Alexander
does not 20 in the second half.
That.
No, because his kids didn't react to movement.
No.
They thought that it wasn't a two-point conversion here. Grabowskis fade route. It's going to be nicely defended. That was Khalil Austin, who's got to a couple of deflections so far, but we still have one kickoff to go. 3 seconds to go. We've already seen one kickoff return for a touchdown. So if you like touchdowns, don't go.
That's
3 seconds to go in regulation.
I don't know about you, but I've been impressed with Grabowskis' ability to throw.
I liked him better in the fourth quarter than I liked him initially. I think you got the challenge there with Grabowskis, the Shawnee Heights quarterback, and that you're not going to start the game and you want to prove yourself. So you're all of a sudden you're in the ball game, you're the senior, you're kind of pressing. Then all of a sudden you found a confidence. You complete that easy pass, and all of a sudden you're moving down the field, and Grabowskis just looked really solid and really confident in the fourth quarter. If he had played the first quarter like he played the fourth quarter, who knows what would have happened.
Exactly.
I know it's a little different stakes, but a little bit kind of different ball game.
And Topeka High, on the other hand, certainly we mentioned in the opening of the of the game. We'll see if the secondary is tested. And Grabascas has certainly tested Topeka High's secondary here in the second half.
Hey, I want to mention, because I haven't yet so far, the famous alums of Shawnee Heights High School.
My.
2002 grad. You heard of a golfer named Gary Woodland? He's a current PGA golfer. Mike Mann said he had a conversation with him. And how many millions has he made?
$1.9 million is what Gary Woodland's made on the PGA Tour this year.
So Gary Woodland, when he was in high school, led his team to a high school state basketball championship.
Went to
goes to Washburn, is playing basketball, and decides I'm probably got a better chance to be a pro golfer.
Goes to KU, plays golf.
Now, it wasn't a jaw dropper because, and there's the Pooch kickoff. Time did not move forward, so 3 seconds. Topeka High's going to have a chance. People didn't drop their jaws at the idea, hey, you want to be, because everybody knew that Gary Woodland had some pretty good golf skills, but as far as I know,
he's the longest hitter in the PGA Tour off the tee.
We're talking, what, he's averaged like 319 off the tee.
And Troy Wilson, who played for the San Francisco 49ers, I believe, in the Super Bowl, and Tom Dinkle, who played for Cincinnati Bengals, I believe.
Yeah, 8 years, was a 74 grad.
Yeah. So some guys have come from here and done very well.
82 Super Bowl, in fact, Tom Dinkle. So Shawnee Heights has much to be proud of. Topeka High, Dean Smith, a long list of very famous alums.
Willie Nicklin. I mean, he's a longtime coach there, and that's the last snap of the ball game.
Game's over. Topeka High defeats Shawnee Heights by a score of 30-20. The T-Birds came back to score 20 points in the second half, but Topeka High had built up an 18-0 lead on 3 consecutive possessions to start the football game. And from there, Shawnee Heights was playing catch-up and just couldn't get to the T-Bird, or rather couldn't get to the Trojans. As the Topeka High Trojans put together a couple of things, including a kickoff return and some other plays to really seal this ball game. So as we wait for a chance to get the play of the game here, let's talk about that right now. Time now for the Cox Kansas 22 play of the game, brought to you by Cox Communications. Your friend the digital age. Take us to it, Mike.
There it is, the play action by the quarterback and the long pass. There it is, play action to Dante Brooks, his second touchdown catch. That was right after Shawnee Heights had scored a touchdown to draw within about 10. And instead, the long touchdown pass from Beatty goes to Brooks for his second touchdown of the night.
That is your Cox Kansas 22 play of the game, brought to you by Cox Communications, your friend in the digital age. A lot of sportsmanship between the two teams as they shake hands. 30-20, good battle, and a bonus night for both of them as they come away from this ball game learning a little bit about themselves, Mike.
Yeah, they really do. And I love seeing this. They go through, all the coaches, do this kind of stuff. But, 30-20, if I'm Shawnee Heights, I'm going, I can play with one of the better teams in the state in Class 6A. And if I'm Topeka High, I'm going, you know what? I did enough to win this game, and I got to be better next week because we got to play the Seaman Vikings.
So that game is coming up. Fans start to head for the exits here. Trojans defeating Shawnee Heights 30-20.
What a great
Walt
game.
Alexander talking his team about 4-0. That's what he just put 4 fingers. Trojans are 4-0. Brian Petrata joins us. Brian.
Thanks. We're joined by Alec Beatty, the quarterback for the team. It seemed the play action was working extremely well today. What's the key to an effective play action?
Yeah, well, in the second half, we had not a comfortable, but a 3 possession lead. So, we were trying to just kind of run the ball, run out the clock, and they started to bite, and we saw it, and we hit it.
Seems you're developing quite a chemistry with Dante Brooks. Talk about that progression.
Oh, that was over the summer. We did a ton of 7-on-7. He's always been kind of my go-to guy, and that's just practice in the off season, really.
More fun to throw or to pass it?
You mean throw a run? Oh, I've always been kind of a running kind of guy, but sometimes it's fun to sling the ball around.
All right, your team's 4-0 now, and you have a top 5 state ranking. How does it feel to have the target on your back?
Well, we obviously felt it tonight. We made too many mistakes. I think we had 4. We were in the red zone 4 times and then couldn't, convert. We missed every single PAT. We got a lot of work to do, so we got to get ready.
Congrats on the win. Good luck the rest of the way. Back to you guys. That's Alec Beatty, the quarterback, and the winner tonight for Topeka High School.
Smart young man. The television audience gets to see Alec Beatty. Bright future for him.
Yeah. Yeah, a 4.0 student and an outstanding player. Coach Alexander's not going to be particularly happy with this deal, but by golly, they won. They're 4-0. Mark?
Thanks, Mike Manns. Great to work with you. Facility folks at Shawnee Heights, we'd like to thank for their help. Rod Haselbank is the Topeka High Athletic Director. David Wannell is the Athletic Director at Shawnee Heights High School, who's been a tremendous help in getting us settled in here. Niles Media Group out of Kansas City does the production. Jeff Graham has been our producer. Chuck Jackson has been our director. Once again, the final score, Topeka High School 30, Shawnee Heights 20, as the Trojans go to 4-0 in the year and make their march up the rankings in Class 6A. Meanwhile, the T-Birds fall to 1-3. For Brian Petrott and Mike Manns, this is Mark Ewing saying thanks for watching, everyone, and so long from Topeka.
With our Cox bundle, the football game goes where I go. That's what I call mobility.
Football in the car. Portability.
Watching my game on the go, reading my home voicemail. Paul, your grill is on fire. Oh, no. Randy, can I borrow your hose?
Sure.
C'est maturité, Randy.
With the Cox bundle, you get everything you want at a price you'll love. Cox Advanced TV, home phone, and super fast internet. Call now and ask about our new 2-year price guarantee. It's our best offer ever.
Now, come on, Phyllis. You're just picking a kicker, not your next husband.
Paul, what's going on?
Mom's having her fantasy football draft.
Ooh, why aren't you doing that at your house, Rita?
Well, my Wi-Fi isn't as fast as yours because I don't have Cox high-speed internet. Yeah. That's your offense, Phyllis? You're going to score less than Paul did in college.
Switch to Cox high-speed internet. Get 50% off for 6 months with internet speeds up to 16 times faster than basic DSL, starting as low as $19.99 a month.
Hey, Randy, I left a voicemail on your home phone.
Yeah, I was at the gym.
Well, if you had Cox digital telephone, you get your voicemail sent as emails like I do.
Really?
And you save $10 a month so you can get cool stuff like this.
You do know your team is going down today. Shh. Paul, get your phone finger off my face.
Sorry.
It's okay.
We're number one!
Add Cox digital telephone for just $9.99 a month and get free DVR service or a high-speed internet upgrade for 6 months. Switch to Cox today.
Hey, Marcus. Guess I just got AT&T. Jealous much?
No, I have Cox, so it's the fastest internet.
Actually, Marcus, AT&T has the fastest internet.
What?
It's the Flarflast Impernant. I mean, the flabbest.
What'd you just call me?
Only Cox could say they have the fastest internet.
It's the Furder Merperder.
Whatever, dude.
Discover all the things only Cox can say.
Cox is football, and you're looking at football's biggest fan. I settle family disputes? Oh, tails you lose. A coin toss. Yeah. I watch more games than a referee, and I never miss a college game.
Cox has over 700 pro and college games this season, plus more games than ever before online and on your mobile device. Just $39.99 for the entire NFL Red Zone season.
I have an autograph book just for groundskeepers.
Cox is football!
Now on Jayhawk Insider, it was a great week to be a Jayhawk. Volleyball won 3, soccer won 2, and football did this.
Ball put down. Here's the kick. It is on the way.
He's gonna have a chance.
The kick is goal! He got it! The Jayhawks win it!
Kansas football takes a break this week, but there's still plenty of great things going on inside KU athletics. It's media day for men's basketball. A team full of young talent is ready to tip off one of the most anticipated seasons in recent memory.
We'll be preseason probably top 6 or 7 in the country, which is great for a bunch of young kids. I mean, that's fabulous.
We'll meet one of those fantastic freshmen, sharpshooter Connor Frankamp.
I shoot a lot. I put a lot of practice into it. I wouldn't be such a good shooter if I didn't practice.
Plus, we look back at the shot that will live forever. We examine how this miracle set the stage for Mario's career.
I thought at the time he made a poor decision, but I was wrong. He made a great decision.
And we meet cross-country standout Tyler Young. After one race and one win, Tyler is just getting started.
I just like to run. I do it all. I love doing it all. I've been running since I was 5 years old.
That and more next on Jayhawk Insider.
There's a running play, and James Sims breaks a tackle, fights to the 15 and up to the 18-yard line. Keeps firing the ball. Pearson's got it at the 35. Timeout. Ball put down. Here's the kick. It is on the way.
He's gonna have a
and
chance.
The kick is goal! He got it! The Jayhawks win it!
And they practice this, winning the game with a field goal. They practice it over and over again.
What a finish for the Jayhawks to get their second win of the season. Hello and welcome to Jayhawk Insider. I'm Leif Leisick. Now the football team has a bye this week, so we've decided to turn our attention to men's basketball inside Allen Fieldhouse. Now the old building is quiet now, but it'll start rocking 1 week from Friday night for late night. A lot of anticipation and excitement about this year's team, as always. And Mick Schaefer begins our coverage.
At the Picture Pop and Collar Pop and Smile Pop event that is KU Media Day. What's up, Coach? It wasn't hard to spot freshman Andrew Wiggins. Well, maybe it was.
I knew the expectations were high before I even committed anywhere. I knew wherever I went, the expectations were going to be high.
We've recruited good players in the past, but getting him, I think, was something that kind of made people, maybe even nationally, look at us in a different light.
But remember, the #1 overall recruit who's already caught the eye of Kevin Durant and LeBron James.
That's a blessing, too. The best players in the world know about you.
Is just one of an 8-member class that was already ranked highly before Wiggins came on board.
We don't really look at ourselves as really a recruiting class anymore because we're all here now.
It's an honor to be a part of this recruiting class. I feel like everybody who came in is great, and so is everybody else on the team. So hopefully we can just come together.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, this year's Jayhawks are a rare mix of rebuilding and expectation.
I think there's as much hype around this year as any, and I think it's large part because of the unknown.
13 questions. Yeah, 13 questions in 12 minutes before Bill Self was even asked about anybody outside of the freshman class. Sure, a lot of that is hype, but at the same time, a lot of it might be warranted considering there are just 2 guys, Deer Tharp and Perry Ellis, who played significant minutes last year.
There's a lot of young guys. You know, Perry and I being able to, Perry been here last year. I was here for, this is my 3rd year here. You know what's needed. You know what coach wants out of the players, and we're going to be able to help the guys out.
When you transition from high school, I mean, you bring a lot of media with you, but the thing is, I try to tell the young kids just to play. Don't worry about all that, and good things will happen.
Yeah, with the attention this team is getting, every day is going to be media day. With more on the team, here's Leif Leisick with Bill Self.
Joined now by head coach Bill Self. This sneaks up on us. I mean, it's a little bit earlier this year. The start of practice. Yeah. Do you like the earlier start?
I think I do. I think like this year, the rule has always been it's the Friday closest to October 15th, so it'd be October 18th this year, and we play November 9th, and as a lot of teams across America do. So there's not a lot of time when you have a lot of new guys to get everything in and organized, and so I think this helps. Even though I think it figures out to be 11 more days of practice, which is significant. Mm-hmm. But we can't practice every day, so we'll have to take 2 days off per week, and which I think will be good. You can go hard for a couple of days, take a day off, go hard for a couple of days, and I think it'll be good. I think the women figured it out before we did, and because they've been doing it for a couple of years.
Coach, everybody is so excited about late night, and it's become such a show, and you always put on a show as well. Is there some pressure now to keep? Forget about the conference championship streak. I'm talking about late night now. You've got to one up yourself on what you do at late night.
I feel so much more pressure being concerned about activities at late night as I do winning the Big 12. I mean, no, I'm joking. Our marketing people do a great job with that, and I would almost guarantee this will be the best one we've ever had because they've got some neat things planned, and it's kind of one-ups all the other years. But the big thing is we got some pretty talked about freshmen that'll be the first opportunity for our fans to see them out there playing and running and jumping and hanging out, and I think they'll get a kick out of it. I'll be very disappointed if this isn't. They're always well attended, they're always full, but this will be unique. This will be one that I think definitely surpasses all the others.
You talk about the excitement surrounding this team, and there's always anticipation when your team hits the court for the first time. But this year it just seems especially ramped up. I mean, the excitement over what you're going to have, and maybe it's a little bit of the unknown. People want to see what you got.
I think it is. I told our guys we'll be preseason probably top 6 or 7 in the country, which is great for a bunch of young kids. I mean, that's fabulous. But how many teams have we had that's been preseason ranked higher than that? But still yet there seems to be more expectations about this year, in large part because of our recruiting class and the unknown, and the fact that we were able to top it off with getting Andrew late. I think got everybody pretty stoked about the season. But hey, this group has a long ways to go to learn how to play, to be able to be better than the teams we've had in recent memory here. The last 7 years, Leif, I looked it up, we're averaging 33 wins a year the last 7 years. That's a lot of wins. What is that? Not off the top of my head, that's like 220-something wins in the last 7 years, and which is pretty ridiculous. And this group has benefited from everybody else's hard work. They've done nothing to earn the hype, but hopefully they can certainly play to it. It should be fun to watch.
You've had some high-profile recruits before, but GQ was here for a shoot. Sports Illustrated is setting up for a shoot right now.
GQ did not ask to shoot any of the coaches' staff.
Why is that?
I can't imagine why that would be, but.
But for a young guy to come into this, he seems like he's handling it pretty well. I mean,
no, he's great. He's great. We have to make him do this stuff. He doesn't want to do any of it. I mean, he turns down Jimmy Kimmel Live. He turns down some other things that we're like going, what are you doing? I mean, before, Chris and our program got a hold of him and said, hey, this is, I know you don't like doing it, but this is kind of good for us too. Yeah. But we're going to cut down on the local stuff. I mean, local guys won't want to hear that, but we can't do every local interview and things like that. So because there's been so much national attention, but he has handled it well. He's a unique individual. He doesn't yearn for the attention because he gets it. He knows the more he takes care of business, that's going to come. I mean, you don't have to want it. Just deflect it, and it's going to come back to you anyway. And he's been very bright in how he's handled it.
Still to come on Jayhawk Insider, it was a fantastic week across the board for KU athletics. We'll look back at a pair of soccer victories, and we'll talk to volleyball head coach Ray Bouchard about his team's Kansas Invitational Championship. And cross-country freshman Tyler Yunk is undefeated. One race, one victory in his college career. That's still to come. But first, it's the biggest shot in Kansas basketball history. It helped win a championship, and the miracle also changed Mario's path forever.
His legend continues to grow. No telling how many people have named a child or an animal, a pet, Rio or Mario or Chalmers or whatever.
That's next on Jayhawk Insider.
How do you make fast faster? Cox High-Speed Internet has done it for you, with top speeds now up to 3 times faster, giving you the fastest internet in town. This automatic speed upgrade powers all your devices, so you can stream HD video, download music, upload photos, and more at speeds up to 150 megabits per second. Cox High-Speed Internet. We just made fast, faster.
Welcome to Cox TV Connect. Live TV on your tablet or iPhone. All your favorite shows. In all your favorite places. In any room. And in between. Now with up to 90 channels. It's easy. It's free. Now available on your iPad, iPhone, computers, and select Android tablets. Connect today.
Whether you like fresh cooking shows, groundbreaking home improvement programs, or travel series that help you escape, your Diamond will recommend more. Introducing Personal Recommendations. Discover TV shows picked just for you. It's a first for TV and only from Cox. Learn more at cox.com.
Without it, a drum in the distance wouldn't give us goosebumps. And young men in small towns couldn't get to the top of the world. Without it, Friday nights wouldn't be so electric. And a whistle would just be a whistle. Without oil and natural gas, our lives would be missing many of the products we depend on every day, including those that legends are made of. This message brought to you by your Kansas oil and natural gas producers.
Jayhawk Insider is brought to you by the Kansas Oil and Gas Resources Fund. We are Kansas strong. And by UPS. Let UPS put the power of logistics to work for you. And by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Right stuff, low price, every day. Welcome back to Jayhawk Insider. What a week for Kansas athletics. After earning a 2-1 win on the road at South Dakota State, Jayhawk soccer returned home to post a 2-0 shutout against Illinois State. Leanna Salazar and Ashley Williams each tallied a goal as the KU defense posted its 3rd shutout of the season. KU goes on the road to Santa Clara this weekend. The KU women's golf team won the Marilyn Smith Sunflower Invitational, edging out rival Kansas State at Colbert Hills in Manhattan. Megan Potee and Fawn Boone Raxasat finished 1-2. The tournament rotates annually between Lawrence and Manhattan, with KU winning the past 2 events. Kansas volleyball won its 2nd title in as many weeks, this time at home in the Kansas Invitational. KU earned a pair of straight-set victories on Friday, first over North Dakota State, then against Georgia in the nightcap. On Sunday, the Jayhawks dispatched Notre Dame in 4 sets to take the title. The Hawks open Big 12 play Saturday at home against TCU. We'll talk with head coach Ray Bouchard coming up. Coming to you this week from inside Allen Fieldhouse, the site of so many big wins and the beginning of so many championship runs. Of course, one of the most famous shots in Jayhawk history was not made in this building. It was down in San Antonio, and it made a star out of one former Jayhawk. Mick Schaefer has that story.
10.8, here they come.
Great three-point shooters only make 40% of their shots. Factor in time, defense, setting, pressure, and even that percentage can plummet, which makes what Mario Chalmers did on April 7th, 2008 so remarkable.
Now Chalmers shoots. Oh! The game tied. 2.1.
You know the rest as KU went on to beat Memphis in overtime to win the national championship. But what's maybe more remarkable is what the shot has led to.
I mean, it's the reason why we're here today.
Here is Albemarle Country Club for Mario's 5th annual National Championship Golf Classic, one of the many offshoots of the shot.
If you don't hit the shot, he may have come back for his senior year. I think that he struck while the iron was hot, which is what he should have done.
I think he's been very blessed, and I think he knows that, but it couldn't happen to a better guy.
At the time, I was really disappointed. I'm like going, Mario, you should leave if you're going to be a first rounder. But if you're not going to be a first rounder or guaranteed it, then you should stay, and you'll be the face of college basketball next year. And I thought at the time he made a poor decision, but I was wrong. He made a great decision.
Especially considering he landed with the heat.
Chalmers racing up the floor, sets, fires, three-pointer. Oh, he banks it in!
And 2 titles later,
it's back-to-back titles for the Heat.
Mario is one of the few players who has a championship at the high school, college, and NBA levels.
It's very cool. Not too many people can say they did that.
What he's done is absolutely unbelievable to have that many rings at every level. I mean, there's guys that play some greats that never get rings.
1, 2, and 3.
So Chalmers has done nothing but defy the odds, and through his foundation, he's encouraging others to do so as well.
Donations going to my foundation, the Mario V. Chalmers Foundation, to help research breast cancer and youth initiatives.
Unbelievable shot. Overtime!
The shot still goes in every time, and with that, the legend continues to grow.
No telling how many people have named a child or an animal, a pet, Rio or Mario or Chalmers or whatever.
That helped propel me to the next level, propel all the things I wanted to do with my foundation, and what perfect opportunity to hit the shot and go from there.
From what I know, you got to go back to Danny to find a player because of the shot and us winning it as loved or highly thought of as what Mario was doing.
For Jayhawk Insider, I'm Mick Schaefer.
Still to come on Jayhawk Insider. Jayhawk volleyball is off to a hot start as Big 12 play approaches. We visit with head coach Ray Bouchard. Plus, freshman Tyler Younk loves to run, and it shows.
A lot of the guys on the teams are like, oh, I started my sophomore year, or oh, I did soccer first, and I was like, I was terrible at everything else, so I just stuck with running.
But first, more men's hoops. We introduce you to Wichita native and shooting specialist Connor Frankamp. That's next on Jayhawk Insider.
Hey, Marcus. Guess I just got AT&T. Jealous much?
Nah, I have Cox, so it's the fastest internet.
Actually, Marcus, AT&T has the fastest internet.
What?
It's the Flarflast Impernant. I mean, the flabbest.
What'd you just call me?
Only Cox can say they have the fastest internet.
It's the Furder Merperder.
Whatever, dude.
Discover all the things only Cox can say.
Cox is football, and you're looking at football's biggest fan. I settle family disputes? Oh, tails you lose. The coin toss. Yeah. I watch more games than a referee, and I never missed a college game.
Oh, yeah! Cox has over 700 pro and college games this season, plus more games than ever before online and on your mobile device. Just $39.99 for the entire NFL Red Zone season.
I have an autograph book just for groundskeepers.
Cox is football!
Customer Aaron Swenson bought from us online today, so I'm happy.
Sales go up, I'm happy.
It went out today. I'm happy.
What if she's not at home?
She won't be happy.
Use UPS. She can get a text alert, reroute, even reschedule a package. It's UPS My Choice.
You happy?
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
Happy.
Happy. Happy.
Happy.
Happy. I love logistics.
Jayhawk Insider is brought to you by Salty Iguana. In Lawrence at 6th and Wakarusa, Salty Iguana is home of Hawk Talk with Charlie Weiss. And by Hy-Vee. Be sure to stop by the Hy-Vee Hawk Zone at home games for inflatable games for kids, autographs from current and former student athletes, and much more. Welcome back to Jayhawk Insider, coming to you this week from inside Allen Fieldhouse, where 6 Kansas freshmen will make their debuts next Friday night at late night. One of those freshmen is the sharpshooter from Wichita, Connor Frankamp. Now, the stories about him have become legendary. His shooting prowess unmatched. We'll get a chance to see him for ourselves at late night.
I been my dream school my whole life, and then when they offered, it was just like, I'm going to go there, you know. It took me 2 weeks to commit, and it's where I've always wanted to be.
In recruiting, that's usually music to a coach's ears, especially when that recruit can shoot like Connor Frankamp.
He can stroke it. He can stroke it. You know, we've had, when you stop and think about the best shooters we've had since we've been here, I'd say that Brandon Rush was one, Ben would be one, Tyrell Reed would be one, Connor Tehan would be one. Frankamp has a chance to be, you know, possibly the best one.
I shoot a lot. I put a lot of practice into it. I wouldn't be such a good shooter if I didn't practice. I normally try to shoot about 300 to 400 shots a day normally. My record, I've made 400 out of 410 in one time. That's my record. So.
Not only did the new Jayhawk marksman break Wichita's City League scoring record previously held by KU sophomore Perry Ellis, but Frankamp's Wichita North team also ended the 62-game winning streak of Ellis's Wichita Heights team.
It was a great win for us. It was the best win I probably had in my high school career.
While Connor says he doesn't bring that game up to his new teammate, things have changed from high school for Frankamp, as the one-time point guard will now be moved off the ball.
For us to be really good this year, I think he's got to be a great offensive weapon for us because he stretches the floor immediately when he's in the game. If we want to play through our bigs, then have Frankamp in the game because he can certainly make himself guarded, and then he's a pretty good passer, so that sets up good passing angles to the post.
Yeah, playing time will come early for Frankamp, although the wait to be here was long. Maybe the only downside to attending your dream school.
The wait was tough. I was really anxious to be here and to come and be a Jayhawk and put this uniform on. But being here is nice. The team's coming together really good, I feel like, and it's been great so far.
For Jayhawk Insider, I'm Mick Schaefer.
On to another freshman now, this time in cross country. You know, old-time Jayhawks will remember a time when there was a track around the court here at Allen Fieldhouse. That's not the case anymore. The track and field team will have its own facility very, very soon. But it's not really about the facilities, it's still about the athletes. And one young freshman is off to a great start.
Running is in Tyler Young's blood, or at least his DNA.
A lot of the guys on the teams are like, oh, I started my sophomore year, or oh, I did soccer first, and I was like, I was terrible at everything else, so I just stuck with running.
The son of a cross-country coach, the Illinois freshman fell in love with the sport at an early age.
Oh, I've been going to meets ever since I was a child. I've actually had some birthday parties where I took my friends to meets with me, and we went to watch those, and that was my birthday party.
Tyler led his high school team to 3 straight state championships, but running away with a 4-second win in his very first collegiate meet was impressive.
I do enjoy being able to win by that much, but I couldn't let up. It never once occurred